What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another day here at the Organized Chaos organization. For today, we're actually gonna have a crossover event with KillShot Esports. So put an exclamation mark KillShot into the chat. I am hyped, and I am here today with...
Hey guys, Demon Braid here. Sure you guys are starting to get familiar with me. I've been around here for a while now, so good to be back. Good to be back again with Thunderstorm. Feels like we're starting to kind of get casts with each other pretty frequently. So hopefully our synergy is building pretty well.
Well, let's just do it then, because I am hyped to be here today, because this is a rather big thing, actually. It's the 27th.
Yeah, and
Chaos, Tony?
Yeah, and this is actually going to be our highest SR OC as of yet. So last time it was our highest, and this time even trumped that. So just getting higher and higher levels of play, bring more entertaining content to you guys. Just a reminder, check out our sponsors, exclamation point, sponsors in chat, and you can save 15% off on Swift Lifestyles using code OC. Cheers for Gaming using code OC, and Red Dragon code OC as well.
Well, another beautiful day in the Overwatch 2 beta, and we've talked about this last time. There was, of course, Junker Queen added, a few changes now made, actually during the, what is it called? The mid-beta patch? Moira now actually has a new orb that she can throw around. The Mercy super jump got changed a little bit as well. So, what do you think we can expect from these teams here today?
That's an interesting question, because there's so many good supports right now. Like, it feels like you have to play Ana, but it also feels like you have to play Zen, but it also feels like you have to play Moira. So it's like you really have to figure out what exactly your strategy is going into this. I can say I was a victim of the new Moira orb last night. Went to, press Q on Reaper, was gonna get a big point winning 4K. No, I just died because I got that new orb on me. I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, it was a feel bad moment for sure.
Exactly. I mean, I've been playing the beta a little bit today with some friends, and Moira feels really strong, especially that weakening effect, which is now new in Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's really, really interesting. But we're going to be starting here in just a second, as we're going to be having the teams of Spawn Inspectors versus D1 Throwers, which is going to be really interesting to look at, because our first map is, of course, going to be one of the new ones, Circuit Royale, a map that is very much known for its high ground positions, as well as being named after a circus.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is one of my favorite maps in Overwatch 2. It just looks so good. There's so many different flank routes and stuff that you can take. The amount of different high ground positions. The only thing I don't like about this map is how strong Widow is on it. But getting the chance to play, I'm sure we're gonna see some Sig here. Probably he's pretty meta on this map. But you never know. We've seen some Orisa changes this patch. Got rid of that crit hit on her head during Fortify, so that helps massively. Looks like we're hovering over Winston though right now for D1 Throwers. Not a terrible pick starting off on the attack though, but like I said, we got the Sig for defense, so it's gonna be difficult to get past that shield.
I mean, overall it makes a lot of sense, because the first point basically is, well, not really a point, because there's a long route to get to the next point, but the high grounds here are very crucial to hold. So Winston can do a lot of work on that, but let's see how they're actually going to be managing to actually get to this, take the high ground, as the Winston is now already positioning himself in a way to jump. Jump's going to come in, get stoned instantly, and Shadow going to be dangerously low already. The Widow shots come through, but it's not going to matter too much as the shield's already in the way. And now, just Magic Up keeping a steady control of this high ground. They're going to be trying to actually push him up as Tracer's now flanking around the back here a little bit. But Winston jumping onto Soldier, and it's just gonna be... Oh, what was that? That could have been such a nice poop, but it didn't happen. And Pride's gonna be the first one to actually do the pick, and that's both the supports gone. Big Jack, though, actually is gonna be able to reply for kill onto Pride, and that's massive.
Paradox popping off, though, taking out 2 himself. You know, Shadow Slayer's doing a really great job right now of making that space. He's not really over-committing too much. He's basically just jumping up, poking a little bit, and then jumping back down, and it's giving his team the opportunity to walk up. I'd like to see Big J take a little bit more aggressive positioning on this high ground here. They can maybe find some picks.
Well, we now see the swap actually over to the Soldier there as the push comes through, and that orb is gonna do a decent amount of damage here to the Sigma. Sig goes dangerously low, but the other heals are gonna be right there. Ooh. And Pride just deletes Shadow Slayer. With that, the main tank is gone. I'm not even sure we can still consider the main tank as Overwatch 2 only has one tank now. But with that, they're really gonna have to head back, and Shadow Slayer actually is gonna swap over to a Roadhog here.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually switching to the Sig, which, you know, that's what I expected. Like I said, trying to make the dive work here against so much focus. With that Discord, I mean, you saw just a moment ago, Discord plus Hanzo equals a lot of damage.
Exactly. Not even Flex Tape could fix that. But on that note, let's see how they're actually going to be able to use this Widow Visor. Well, never mind. That's going to be a Nano Soldier. Well, Nano Visor coming through. Nemo, nobody needs to find your daddy, because you're the daddy here today. Well, oh my god, has a word in that though, and gets a pick onto the Soldier, and with that...
Yeah, and it looks like they unfortunately used the Nano there too, but they swapped to Moira for a second, but it looks like they want to stick on this Ana here. Shadow Slayer needs, I don't know if he's maybe less comfortable on the Sig, but he needs to walk high ground, take that high ground control first before he worries about the cart, because otherwise you're just going to be getting poked down.
Oh man, you gets caught! Big Jack with the headshot. With that, Big Jack's actually gonna make this work for his team. 2 picks, and now they're gonna have to retreat. There's only Squishy's left alive. Highlight potentially in a lot of trouble there, is trying to get out, but you just see the Soldier on there. Just jump on Paradox. Diana actually gonna be able to select. Highlight actually staying alive. Jake gets the ding onto the Soldier, and that's gonna actually be a massive stagger.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna make it so they really can't contest this. Jake again taking out Highlight. And Magikarp able to touch, but not in time, unfortunately. Taking out Ramen, but going down himself. Armor God taking out 2 as well. So this is going to be point B push here.
Well, they're going to have to just go and regroup in their spawn room now. But overall, it seems that Emagod and Big Jake are making those hit scan picks now work. Shadow Slayer as well on the Sigma is enabling them to actually have some shield to stay alive. But now Magikarp is gonna try to actually get through that. But shield's there, and you can see Paradox right there. Well, Paradox on the side. Oh, Shadow Slayer in a lot of trouble. Oh, that's gonna be a huge ult.
That's gonna be
3 people right that's gonna fight. Oh my god. Big Jack down to 1 HP as well. And Shadow left alone up there is gonna be able to retreat to his team though. But it doesn't matter, as now both the supports have been just fell. And with that, they're gonna be able to stabilize.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge team fight win there. Now that Spawn Inspectors have position of this high ground here, it's going to be extremely difficult for D1 Bros to take that back. They're probably going to have to take a little route underneath here. Looks like they might actually just give the positioning up. Interesting.
Oh, I mean, that Widow Visor, Big Jack has been such a huge threat so far, so it makes sense to give some space to the Widow. But Big Jack actually holding rather interesting angles right there. So Shadow's gonna start pushing the cart, but this could be dangerous. But Transforced, I think that was the game plan there, as they're now just gonna be able to stabilize themselves on the cart. But you can just look at Shadow Slayer that taking a lot of pressure, gets nanoed actually. And this is now gonna be interesting, as it's gonna be Shadow and Nemo. Nemo's just gonna walk into their backline. He's not gonna actually find any value, and Shadow just doesn't know there's a soldier behind. And that's just gonna be Shadow falling to that, but Ramen actually finds Magikarp. So now this is actually a very open fight. This is still winnable, but they're gonna decide to retreat.
Yeah, they might be higher pressing. They're gonna commit the attack by the
Why would you use the trend?
The anti-nade, it makes it worth nothing. Oh, they're gonna want that one back. That's really unfortunate. Luckily, they
That's
do have
hard.
the overclock going into this next fight, though. As long as they're careful about this Dragon Strike coming out from Pride, you know, if Emmergod can hit those shots, then it can definitely work.
Exactly. But on that note, let's see if they're actually going to be managing to get up to this high ground. This is a
Kinda
lot of
slow around
spam actually
Orisa.
going down. Yes, sir. Well, let's see what Shadow's actually going to be able to do here. As he's just walking up, actually mispositioning Magikarp, and now just Magikarp with so much trouble gets javelin straight to the face, slammed against the wall. But now they're just going to keep making progress. Pride is going to have to retreat, but Shadow is just going to move up. No space given. One after another. Oh my god, actually finds two.
Big.
With that, this fight should be over. Paradox actually is going to be able to reply for kill onto Oh my god there, but the point has been captured.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting fight there. So it was Ermagod popping the overclock. Ironically, the DPS was the one who made the space while the tank did the flank play onto Sigma, able to push him up away from his team and able to get that kill. Pretty big flank there.
What do the memes these days say? Never let them know your next move. Well, Raman gets ulted, is gonna get slammed up to the high ground, but is gonna survive. Maybe should have stayed up there to just use the Zen damage, but let's see. Shadow's gonna be taking a beating there. Pride finds a high kill on them. Oh my god, with that a lot of them damage is gonna be gone. Magikarp is just forcing them away from the Matrix, and with that Matrix is gonna find 0 value. So they're just gonna be heading straight back to spawn, and this is gonna be difficult to get out of.
Yeah, Blue Ninja had the right thought there. The Matrix was just a slight bit too late. As soon as that Sig Eat goes away is when they should have popped it. They didn't put it in a great position either, and able to get the value from it. But Nemo already taking out Ramen. They're gonna have to hold on. But they're gonna commit the dragon anyway.
They're gonna spit the Zen off. Paradox is gonna reply with a trance to regroup with the team, and they're just gonna tear them apart. You're not allowed to leave your spawn room today. Victor just sitting there trying to survive. Will you actually? No, I was about to say, but Highlight is gonna get the pick there, but Ramen again is just not allowed to leave the spawn room. Oh no, can you actually touch this again? Oh my god, here, sees Paradox on the side, but the reset is goes for a reset, but it's just gonna get shut down. Blue Ninja's gonna find the pick, but you have to touch this, and you're not gonna be able to.
Round 1 complete.
Alright,
Whoa.
so I appreciate them trying to run the Orisa, but I think it's pretty obvious as to, you know, why Orisa doesn't get too much play, especially against Sig on this map. Ironically, they probably could have made the Winston work there on point C with the amount of high ground that you can take. Just a little bit unfortunate, a little misuse of the ults there. But, you know, they got a pretty decent push. It's pretty common to get a full hold here on point A, so it's very winnable for them. So
That is true. But the question is going to be, can they hold that though? Because so far, you know, it's funny, because usually would say, just from the famous movie, finding Nemo is going to be difficult, but Nemo shows up in the kill feed so much that it's not difficult to find Nemo anymore.
yeah, and it looks like they're hovering over some dive with a Genji. You know, they might struggle the same way that D1 throwers struggled on their attack with the dive. The difference is having that nano blade is basically a guaranteed team fight win, since D1 throwers don't have anything to counter that. So, I mean, unless they solo flux them, I guess. It's not a terrible use of it, but they just gotta watch out for this Dragon Blade, because that could be, you know, what spells victory or defeat for them.
Well, so let's see how this is actually going to be going. Is they're actually going to do the same thing. Magikarp on the Winston. Let's see if they can play this any different, if they're going to be doing better at this. So, Lucio, can you actually get over the top of that?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say something.
You can!
Lucio is a bit of a strange pick, but
Oh, the anti! That's massive! Shadow Slayer is going to be focused, the rest is going to come through to Emmergod, but Magikarp finds Diana in the meanwhile, and now it's just a full-on collapse onto them. Magikarp here in their backline just keeps on fighting, and Lucio just whip with the Winston there, and they just instantly take over the card.
wow.
that is how you play the first point there with Winston.
Clearly, they had a strategy with the Lucio going into that, because I was about to say I would prefer to see the Brig there, but did he come over from the roof, or what happened?
Yeah, he jumped down from the roof.
Yeah, he just kind of dropped up behind them and, you know, moving forward, that big anti-nade, and it was over pretty quickly after that.
Oh no, Shadow Slayer tried to touch, but now doesn't have a jump anymore. He's gonna be stuck alone on point. He's gonna try to get out, but Pride's gonna have the better of him. As now Shadow Slayer is gonna be eliminated. You just look at Pride going full on in to Lucio. Paradox right there just keeps on committing. And they do not have 1 second to rest. They just keep constant aggression going. Now just again locked into that door, but the cart is still all the way down at the bottom. Oh, that's a big pick.
Big Dick with a big pick on an emo.
Magikarp finds Blue Ninja, but in the meanwhile they lose Pride and Paradox. So the question is, can they actually make this work? Magikarp finds 2. Can you get a 3rd? No, you're gonna just rotate out. Well, never mind. You're gonna die. That's how. But let's see how this is actually gonna be committed. Because so far their Winston play has been rather impressive. But the question is, will Magikarp actually swap here after committing with that, or will they stick to the Winston?
You know, it looks like they're swapping over to Ana Zen, which is a lot more diveable. Ironically, D1 throwers don't have anyone to really dive with Shadow Slayer, so he's probably gonna struggle a bit here, especially with the Baptiste healing.
Oh, Pride is just gonna be like, I'm a deflect. So there's not gonna be really any value found from that Cassidy ult. The Shadow gets deleted! What did I just watch? And that's gonna be a Nana Blade. He gets deflected. That's 2. But never mind, that's an immortality. But that's 2, that's 3, that's 4!
Pride with the 4K.
Only a fool waits
And
on
like I said, man,
But
when you got nothing to prevent that Nano Blade, it makes it real hard to win a fight.
oh no, Nemo! Nemo, oh no!
Where's this? What? Oh, they're still going up here, huh?
Nearly gets caught. Thankfully, Paradox is up there, but it is gonna get deleted. Now the Zen's gone. Nemo is just gonna try to keep control of the high ground. And that's actually a very crucial thing to do at this point. Tracer was Genji meanwhile in the backline here. But Pride is as well gonna be able to head out. Now, ult committed. And the question is, will there be any value found from this? Nemo trying to get some picks, but the heal is too massive. I mean, the immortality field's there. But just look at Magikarp. What is this? They're just pushing. Magikarp is just keeping the aggression in their face.
What?
Well, they touched, but it doesn't matter, because in the meanwhile, they're just getting cleaned up in the back. Shadow trying his best to keep this game going. Thankfully, they have the Winston left on the card. But can you really still do this? Can the respawns come in quick enough?
I don't think they're gonna be able to
1-0!
Wow.
Victory.
Whew! What a performance already!
So I get what they were going for there. They were trying to win the team fight before they worried about the point. Unfortunately, that ended up taking way too long. And so they ended up just getting way too much free push on that cart there with spawn inspectors. And I mean, as soon as you win that team fight, it's basically over. So you're really banking on winning that team fight to be able to stop the map.
Well, what a game so far.
Yeah,
This has been
pretty dominant so far from spawn inspectors. D1 Thor's looking a little bit confused as to how they want to run team comps and stuff right now. I understand wanting to, you know, mirror the Winston there. I personally probably actually would have picked Diva. I've been playing Diva in the beta recently with, you know, that recent buff that she got. And she's actually pretty good when you have DPS on the enemy team that are just constantly popping off. Being able to just peel for your team while also being able to, you know, dive with that heavy amount of armor that she has now. Makes her pretty decent in certain high ground situations. So, all in all, I think the Winston mirror probably wasn't the best pick, especially when he's got an Ana backing him up and you have a BAP just, you know, really making it hard for your BAP to get heals onto you when you're just diving in by yourself. And, you know, that's just being able to hit that from that far away with a projectile that has an arc. It's not easy.
Well, on that note, I'm just gonna be going off the game for a second. You guys, don't forget to go for exclamation mark, of course, sponsors, as well as KillShot. We are partnering here today with KillShot Esports to actually bring you this 27th organized Chaos tournament, which is, again, as previously stated by Demon Breed here, pretty high elo.
Yeah,
And you
we've
can
got
see that.
like I think we have 10 top 500s and 3 GMs who are previously top 500. So you're definitely going to be feeling them making their presence felt today. But it sounds like we're going to be going on to Junkertown for our next pitch, which is really interesting. It sounds like they probably want to put Big Jake on that Widow again. Maybe let him try and dominate there. They lost pretty heavily in the Sig mirror though, so I am a little bit concerned.
Junkertown is really interesting map, especially for Overwatch 2, because there's so much that you could actually run. You could run a ball here, you could run a Roadhog, you could run Junker Queen, of course. What do I know? You could pretty much. I think every point has its advantages and its disadvantages. So you sit there.
Yeah.
First point is a very open point. So you could probably see it in a way that probably like divey characters will be better off there.
Yeah.
Second, well,
however, I would say you probably don't want to run Junker Queen at least until point C, just because of how much high ground control that the defense can have. You're gonna have a hard time controlling the high ground on defense too if you're on Junker Queen. So with the long sightlines as well, when there's almost certainly going to be Widows on the map, Junker Queen might be a little scary to run. You could run that D.Va though. Again, like I said, if you really want to play the dive, she would do pretty decently against the Widowmaker. Sounds like we are about to go into the map though.
yes, sir. Well, like you said, there's a lot of things that could happen. But like you said, we are about to head into a game here. Spawn Inspectors versus D1 Throwers. Currently, Spawn Inspectors pretty much were doing what their name states, inspecting spawn. Because they were pretty much just putting the aggression constantly up into their face. But, ladies and gentlemen, as well, of course, any members of the LGBTQ plus communities, we're gonna have a bounty here today. So, Dean, tell me who is gonna be.
It sounds like the bounty is going to be on Paradox here. So we're going to be heading into their chat very quickly.
Well, we'll see you guys in just a second.
Ready for battle.
Alright.
Who joined?
Mike in. Okay, Streamlabs. Here we go. The bounty. It's bounty time, y'all. Who you guys want the bounty on? I'm gonna ask you guys. Who you guys want the bounty on?
Attackers incoming.
Who do we want the bounty on?
Yeah. Who you guys want the bounty on?
You guys want to put it on Soldier?
Put it on Paradox. So Paradox will be your bounty. Good luck. You have 90 seconds to slay. Good luck, y'all.
Oh, okay, easy.
Alright.
What's up, y'all?
Sailor.
It's bounty time.
Hey, Sailor.
Hey. God, I actually have a lot of close people down with. Bounty's going to be on Paradox. It is
going back to
live.
the Widow
No, you got play.
I can play on the Widow
You
here.
can't throw.
Zen,
Top left,
Soldier.
top left, Widow.
Big slam.
Yeah. Remember,
I'm walking out.
we can't see.
Yep.
Back up a little bit. Go ahead, just back up.
Yep. I have 22 to ults here. I can pod drive point whenever you guys are ready.
I'm on their Zen.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. On the point. Zen low hacked. I'm rolling through in 3, 2, 1.
Anti break.
Okay, I can go for another pod drive in 5 seconds. 5,
Anti break.
4,
60 seconds.
3, 2, 1. On Widow half. 1, 1, 1. I'm rolling out. I don't have shield. Nice.
Keep me up.
You're fine.
You're fine.
He is.
Zen's back.
It was just a ball. He ain't gonna kill both of us.
There's someone on card. I'm just gonna contest
Right,
this.
right,
real
right.
quick. There's a Zen main. Really on the
Main,
open. I'm gonna
main,
pod drive
main,
3,
main.
2, 1. Oh, I fucked up.
Break this.
It's okay. You want
30 seconds, Paradox. 30
She's
seconds.
right. She's bottom right. Bottom
He's
right.
top.
I had the Widow hacked. Oh god, they're peeling for her.
Their soldiers half on high ground too. I can power drive when that Widow walks out. Just let me know.
Yeah, she's still low. They're on Lucio now.
Their soldiers flanking right now. I'm
10
going on to it right now.
seconds.
I'm with you.
Soldier
I'm
on
with
high
you, Bear.
ground?
I'm with you, Bear. I'm with you.
Slamming main.
Soldier.
Big soldier one. Nice.
3, 2,
Going on Widow.
1.
Widow half. I'm slapped.
Calling
I'm
that
gonna
game
die.
Paradox.
Anti to a point, anti to a point, anti to a point.
On the way. Balls in.
Survive
Ball
the
one, ball
Good
one.
luck, guys.
Thank you, so.
Act
Ball
ball
hacked
again.
one. Ball hacked one. Nice.
Well, on that note, it seems like our bounty survived. So,
Yeah, I mean, didn't play overly aggressive, but they did end up getting some kills and participating in that team fight. So I'm a little concerned about Shadow Slayer on this Wrecking Ball though. He's not going to be having a very good time. Minefield coming out, but the EMP on the other side as well.
well, in the meanwhile, Magic Up's actually noch ein Blue Ninja, and on that note, Shadow though, in the back, Nemo, the turret says hello. Oh, he always says, my baby, is just getting the value right there. Well, Magikarp finds actually the kill onto Shadow Slayer. And now, just Nemo sitting there on point, Big Jake is TP out, and they swapped up the Widowmaker. Turret's gonna go down, but let's see how they're actually gonna make this work, because there's only 1 minute 20 left on the clock.
Yeah, Shadow, I think, really needs to get off the Wrecking Ball. I mean, pretty much the entire enemy team counters him. Gonna be a Nana going out onto Magikarp, though.
Oh, this is interesting. Not sure if this is actually gonna make anything work. Soldier now going for that ult. Now Transcendence coming in and tries to body block, but it doesn't happen. Magikarp is gonna be somehow still alive, and I am very much confused. Well,
Watch the Reek. Reek is
Koha
also.
committed on the point. Nemo with the turret up top, but
Oh.
Oi, Nemo! What do we see? They're gonna actually be able to touch this. Ramen gets hacked out.
Oh, they're gonna take this. They're gonna take this back.
That's Mind's use. Ramen kinda very aggressively jumping with the Minds there. Brickjack has to teleport out and they're actually gonna be able to hold this for some reason. I'm not sure what's happening. Magikarp gets a slam kill onto Ramen. Shadow Slayer slamming down is gonna get hacked again, deleted. Magikarp with a double. Of course, if you look at the top right, loads of assists happening there. 4 people participated on 1 kill onto 1 ball. That's kinda heavy. But
Yeah, welcome to playing ball.
5 seconds left. Can anybody touch? Brickjack potentially with the TP. Well, no, the loser's gonna be able to touch Ramen at some point.
Be a big minefield here on point.
Oh, this could be big! This could be massive! Should have the double! The Mind's still on point. Is gonna get the slam down. Paradox on the side is gonna be able to somehow stay alive. But Shadow is gonna be able to find him. Nemo though, this is such a close fight. You're gonna oh my god!
Payload has reached the check.
In the end, Demon Throwers is able to take point A. I had a feeling if they were able to touch Shadow Slayer being able to get that minefield onto the point, it really makes it a lot easier to hold that contest, as no one can really actually touch the point. So finally finding value on the Wrecking Ball. Gonna even have a harder time now though. Got that coach gun, hack, Discord, and sleep that he has to deal with when trying to dive. EMP going out though.
Oh, what a massive anti again. And now they're actually going to be able to just commit. Magikarp is going to go onto the ball there. Oh, not the ball, sorry. Onto the Cassidy. That's going to be a nice dodge. But Magikarp, you're going dangerously low and you're just going to have to head out. As Tiana on the sideline is going to be able to just stay alive. Shadow again gets hacked. And now there's a Sombra and the ball on you. Can you survive that? Well, actually, Magikarp is about to fall.
They're turning it?
I'm not even sure what's going on. It's too much. Dynamite actually only
Big
hits
dynamite,
Tiana.
big dynamite.
Nano onto the Sombra! Oh, this could be dangerous.
That's
Pride
a lot
is
of damage.
wobbling. Pride
That's a lot of damage.
Now slam onto point. Shadow Slayer, yeah, is gonna get deleted as well on Pride.
Wow.
As previously stated, while we were off the comms here from the casters, Pride is the downfall of many things. And as you can see, Pride making the name work as one after another on the side here of Team Red, which are currently checked. Demon Throwers, Pride is getting to them.
Ooh, there's the sleep, the
what a
hack,
sleep.
the EMP. Shadow Slayer's having a bad time.
Oh no, Big Jake in trouble though, and that's a double for the
You're gonna give it to Bobbin.
Paradox finds 2, Nemo. Bob's like, I did something. Yeah, you wiped the rest of the team out, so I guess that's worth.
Yeah, they're probably gonna want that one back. But they do have the EMP and the mines, and they have trans coming up as well. Shadow Slayer swapping to the Zarya. I'm not sure about that one. He's gonna have
The
a
question is, can
really
they
hard
even
time
touch?
making any space with the amount of pokes that they
Magic
have.
and Pride both have their
Paradox
ultis.
what, though?
This could potentially be such a big. And that's one down. Shadow Slayer finds a pick, but Pride's gonna be able to find Blue Ninja there. So the fight keeps on continuing. Pride here, Magikarp finds Big Jake. Just Shadow Slayer left on point. Somewhere there's gonna be a high noon committed, but it's just Shadow Slayer left. Can you make the Zarya work? But that doesn't look like it. There's 3 people
That's gonna be
chasing
a
you.
1v4.
You are just gonna get yeeted off the card. Go away. You're not allowed to touch. And that's gonna be the attack from the side of D1 Pros.
Score.
Yeah, I don't really understand the Zarya swap there. Probably the worst point to actually swap to Zarya, ironically. You know, if you're really struggling with that high ground, you can go Sig if you want to play low ground. Again, Diva's an option. People aren't used to, you know, Diva being played in Overwatch 2 yet, but I'm telling you, if you know how to play her, you can make it work. But trying to run Ball or Zarya into that much amount of CC, when you don't have an off tank to peel for you, it makes the game not very fun. If I'm being honest.
I've just seen the stream, and apparently they only were able to find Paradox during that last fight because Zarya actually got nanoed.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
So that was Paradox's first death.
I'm not actually sure. I don't think it was the first one, but man, I'm gonna love the day when they're actually gonna allow us to see our stats.
Yeah, that would be nice, right?
Mm.
It's kind of you would think we could at least like press tab to see those stats, but
No, I'm not even allowed to do
we didn't
that.
even get that as, you know, as a spectator.
4, 3.
So it looks like they want to play the Junker Queen here.
Attackers
That's gonna be really hard on defense. They're gonna have to watch these sight lines.
Well, a Sombra can pretty shut down a Shadow Slayer rather quickly. Slam comes in, Shadow Slayer in a little bit of trouble, is gonna be able to use that battle cry. Magikarp is gonna get targeted down by the turret, is gonna be pretty much going to their spawn unharmed. So let's see how they're actually gonna be managing this. It seems like they want to play a little bit of like a brawl style composition, playing all together. But I'm not sure about all the picks that you have, because you're just being rolled over, you don't really have any CC to work with, since thankfully Overwatch 2 has removed 99% of those. Well, Emagod finds Pride though, that's gonna be a first big pick. Big Jake is gonna take a nap on the top left or top right, depending on where the camera looks at it from right now. Well, let's see how they're gonna actually to do this. And we're gonna
Oh, that's a big slam.
same time, you have Emagod going down to 1 HP, but is gonna be barely able to keep alive. Magikarp somehow doesn't take any damage to
What
get
just
out of
happened
that.
there? What did I witness?
Pride gets a turret. With that, that's at least a cooldown. Nice dynamite. Nemo's gonna be able to find Yamagod. And then now Magikarp, huge slam. 3 people. Now Sombra and a Baragonivian crossfire rolled over like the pin you are. And let's see how they actually
Big anti.
keep doing this. Another big dynamite. Shadow Slayer on the top. They're trying to get Paradox, but Paradox like, get off me. Kick to the face. Moves him off the high ground.
They're just pushing point for free. It hasn't been contested this entire time.
Well, I mean, we've seen previously that this team is just keeping the aggression up, and you can see it. They're not even allowed to leave spawn right now. There's already a dynamite coming flying towards Big Jake. Well, let's see how they're actually going to be managing this. Pride is the one that's pretty much providing them with the most information there. Just sitting in the high ground, just setting up, okay, it's only frequently. Please, go in. I have EMP. We can commit into this. Let's see how they're actually going to manage. That's Magikarp. That's EMP. That's mine. That's Slam. Free down. Big Jake, barely alive. He's gonna get killed as well. You just look at Magikarp there. He's like, nah, I'm not dealing with this Junker Queen.
Are they
Not
gonna
territory.
contest the point at all this entire map?
I mean, can you? Look at the amount
Not
of
when you're running
damage.
Junker Queen, right?
Well, I think just a composition is built the wrong way, because
Yeah. I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to do some kind of like anti-dive, but I mean, they're just getting credit from every angle.
Ramen in danger, not onto the ball. Roll comes through, highlight finds Blue Ninja, Pride finds Ramen. Both the supports gone. Shadow Slayer is actually going to be able to find Nemo, but they're not touching. And that's
Oh, no one touched.
Victory.
That's a
That's,
C9, or what they
that's
would
a bit of
call
a
a
C9.
Chaos 9, hopefully, here on Organized Chaos. And, well, I'm not sure, is that another? No, that's not another match, right?
No, that's gonna be it for us on this series.
Yeah, we're
Play
gonna
the
look
game
at the
coming
highlight.
out from
That,
Shadow Slayer here.
that was the try, the attempt. Well, not even the attempt, it was a successful push trying to get the point, and they were able to do that. But in the end, Spawn Inspectors just stick with their name. There's so many fun names that you can have with Spawn Inspectors, because you have a highlight, because the entire game has been a highlight reel. You have Nemo, which is usually meant to be looked for, but Nemo is literally just being found in the kill feed. You have Pride. Pride is the downfall of all men. Just sitting there, basically falling men. of what would the English term be? Felling? I'm not sure. When you cut down a tree. Not sure. Well, what a
I'm
game.
not sure. Yeah, Paradox too, popping off on that Zen, getting a ton of value there. Overall, just really dominant there from Spawn Inspectors. It seemed like they really had a game plan going into the series. They were very comfortable, seemingly on pretty much everything they played. That, especially that ball comp. I'm wondering if they maybe got together earlier or maybe last night and played some games together, because it felt like a team that really just had a ton of built-in synergy already. Whereas D1 Throwers they looked all over the place. They didn't know what they were doing team comp wise. They weren't really playing well with each other. You know, Shadow Slayer's out there basically diving in by himself while everyone else is kind of in the back line. And yeah, just kind of a team diff.
Well, on that note, we are going to be taking a short break here, as we're going to be having to wait on the other matches to actually conclude, so we can come to you with the next matches pretty soon. Hopefully it's going to be soon. So get yourself some drinks, get yourself something to eat, maybe get some short little quick snacks, and then come back.
Okay. We'll see you guys shortly. Gunpowder Gambit is fine. Sounds like we're going to be transferring over to KillShot right now.
Kind of hold it there. We might be seeing a little bit of a stall, but I have more than
Sigma just working and doing all of this damage.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Lucio go off to the side while casting was towards the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there, or that's just sheer skill beating Ninja. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note, too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there. Found the Mercy right away on that first jump. They waited perfectly until their bubble ran out and their ultimate was online, dove onto Sexton, found that next pick, and then just walked their way down and pushed Candy Corn into a position to get headshotted by Sweaty. Just beautiful plays.
Soap is one of the cleanest Winston players I've seen thus far, and I really hope to see them again in future OCs more so. Oh, we're coming.
Dragons coming out, and now the high noon. A little too much might have been invested as they were able to find 2 picks early on, as Soap is just trying desperately to find something to salvage with. Going down, Sweaty finding one, and is just going to be able to get around the corner. XXVII is just going for cleanup duty, but a great return on investment. You are able to stop it with a few meters to play, and now with 3 minutes, you're going to have to at least take another 2, maybe 3 fights.
Yeah, especially around this corner. Honestly, XXVII really could have held on to that high noon, and I'm a little disappointed he didn't. Because TNT was able to do a perfect split onto that point and really kept it clean right there.
Yeah, as Soap is going to have to drop off. They try going for the double damage dive. Does not connect fully as the healers were prepared for that. Sona going to go low on health, but TNT is trying their best as Sweaty with the perfect placement is going to get a 4-piece on the first try. Does not work, so let's try it again and absolutely just go berserk with it. Getting a hand in every single kill. Sweaty, Soap, and even Sona, Blaine, and Jazz, everyone just... like that was just perfect. Like you can't get any more perfect than that.
They have the cleanest, by far, out of the teams that we see here. They have the cleanest kind of camaraderie and kind of comms that we probably will. I would like to assume their comms are tight. I mean, kind of their teamwork. They're not working just as a dive or a 6-man or any like kind of weird combination we see here. Where Ring Sona pulling in some of the interesting DPS, but I mean they are. They are amazing together.
That's one that's going to be gone down that you would hate to see. So, Sona just hit the flick of the century on a Tracer and the turret at the same time. Just the double duo. Father and son just going to work together to take that one down. But 5 ultimates online for everything is fine. They got to coordinate here to be able to execute this dive perfectly, get everything going. And here comes the duo coming out early on. 3 ultimates invested. They will get 2 and now working their way in. It feels like they wasted a little too many ultimates. You want to have at least one of those on, for the next push. As,
especially with close.
It's a 5v1 in the ultimate economy now.
It really is. I mean, we're seeing here that everything is fine. It's pulling in with almost every single ultimate they have, other than their one of their major supportive ultimates. And I mean, what does Gambits have to kind of back that up? Absolutely nothing, other than I guess Pulse Bomb now coming on the line that I just saw.
Pulse Bomb, it is nice, but you gotta land it perfectly. As it will not land perfectly. Soap gonna find the first pick on Zenyatta. The kick does not save him at home plate as Sweaty is gonna find it. And Sweaty and Soap going back to work together. They're going to just go to the cleaners and take this one all the way home. There's 2 people left as TNT is gonna have to get the recall going. Now, they're going to need someone to get a touch as XXVII's going to drop. This is very close as Lucio's going to come in as TNT is going to go down. Lucio drops quickly to Soap, but Fern has enough time. They're going to go for a wraparound, try finding a health pack. They do get the health pack, 3 meters to go. Fern's got to come out, 0.93 meters as Candy Corn just working around, switching on to Moira. Going to get dropped quickly. The Molten Core, I believe that is the first one of the game. It is going to come at the perfect time for them as it just keeps everyone away, finds a pick, and opens it up for them to just walk this one home.
I was really, really concerned there. Ring Sona's ultimate was kind of gaining a little bit slower than you'd really want, especially in a payload map as such. And they were holding it on for too long. I was hoping they had something kind of up their sleeve, and so they did, coming in kind of as that last clutch to take everybody kind of off the point.
This is... You hate to see it. It feels like everything is fine is back into just... They're in a great position here to take this one down. It's going to be interesting to see how Gunpowder Gambits responds to, they just got deconstructed in that last push.
They really did. They are sad enough to say they're really going to have to kind of pitch in together and keep from... I mean, here we have it, like, Soap getting ready to kind of destroy the back line. We can already see it with the ball. I mean, what is this but just a kind of a hashed up repeat of the first game we had? I
love Soap's Wrecking Ball. I will never question when Soap goes on Wrecking Ball. if Soap said I'm jumping on Wrecking Ball, the only response I'm saying is sir, yes, sir. I'm just letting him do whatever he wants. Their Wrecking Ball is absolutely beautiful to see. It's going to be interesting to see if they go with that same strategy with Soap and Sweaty going for the nade and combo. But, you know, getting a good amount of damage off, already at 10% with that first bomb from Sweaty. The poking process is going to be a little bit slower as they're just going to give them the space. They want them to dive into them. As here they go. Fern is going to go for the dive, taking down the turret, and now is going to find Jazz, who gets a little bit too far out of position, and now going to be cleanly escaping, as Soap, on the other hand, is going to drop down as well, as the healers are not there, because, you know, just the perfect dive by Fern, and Fern still going for more, now finally dropping.
Fern did kind of push in a little bit too far there. Hate enough to say it, but I mean, so amazing work that I was seeing there, kind of that perfect kind of dive and picking at the supports, as we saw right there. Like, once Jazz went down, I mean, that entire kind of section of the area began to fall apart.
Absolutely. Sexican going to get the first pick here. Now Soap is going to come back in, try finding someone, but Sexican going to find a second one right before they dip, get a little bit of health, and going right back to the action. The turret's down, now going on to Moira. Moira just dancing for their life. Bwayne, you got to hold on just a little bit longer, but TNT is going to switch on to the Sojourn and say, you know, hey, Sweaty, you're doing a great job with those headshots. Let me take a little bit of what you're doing and apply it myself.
Mm-hmm. It's my turn to get the headshot. My turn to cancel your ultimate.
Just a good old smiley
Nepal.
face. You know, actually, Sweaty, a little bit far up here. You know, you do have the pocket, but if they decide to dive this, you can't go down here. It would be very detrimental to lose, you know, your main DPS in this position. Rest of the team coming around the corner. Fern gonna jump in, you know, maybe wanted to wait a second longer, but gonna get the damage off. Forces everyone to drop off a little bit more. The mines coming out onto the card on the backside. Soap trying to work their way in. Gonna find two. Both the healers are going down. And even though that the dive came through on the first hand for Gunpowder, they left their backline exposed. And that was the opportunity that Soap was looking for.
Exactly. That is all that Soap's looking for here. That ball. Again, their ball, killer. And I hate to say it also now, I really hope that Sweaty isn't getting too ahead of themselves. I mean, they're pushing up a little bit too far. They're getting a little bit too cocky, I guess one could say. They're...
Sexican. We gotta talk about that Sexican. That is not nice. A great combo. We were talking a lot about the Sweaty and Soap dive combo. But one thing we haven't talked about is the returning fire of Fern and Sexican. They've been doing a great job answering this as they find another pick to close things out. They just are, both of these teams have their duo partner, and it's been flawlessly. It's who can get it first. As Soap is going to be slept, they're just going to let Wrecking Ball take a little bit of a nap. Going to get a little bit of damage, but Wrecking Ball has a little too much health, so he's going to be able to just slip on out of there.
Yeah. I mean, with Soap and Sweaty there, we're seeing a great kind of, like, they're dishing out what they can serve, and I mean, Fern and Sexican look at it and go, okay, and just return it right back.
Yeah, Molten Core onto the cart, and Persona going to be able to take down Sexican. This is the pick that they needed. Soap is going to get one of the healers in the back line, and Fern still going to just keep walking with the cart, even though both healers are down. Fern is just going to build as much ult as they can before dropping, and down goes Frazier in the 9th round. But a minute, I'm looking at the wrong one. They still have 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That is a lot of time for the second point. So, you know, I have a feeling that they're going to pull at least one or two more tricks out of their sleeves.
They'd have time to kill, and I mean, with coming online, then we could be seeing a great Nano Blade right now with Candy Corn coming up with the Nano. Sexican, notorious for their blade kills. I mean,
yeah.
And what else do we have here other than Sweaty with their ultimate and Soap possibly being able to hold that?
Uh-oh. The ultimate will be able to find one. Now, will they think about not wasting this ultimate here as Sweaty finds the second one? And if you had any doubts before, now it's solidified in your mind that you cannot invest into this one, as the rest of the team is just going to go down slowly but surely. But Fern is going to get the next answer, and Fern is going to invest. They find two, and whatever I say does not matter because the players have their own strategies, and they're a lot better players than I will ever be. Sexican takes down the next one in Candy Corn, and the 3v5, they come back from the dead and gonna be able to push this all the way into the last part of the map.
I was deeply concerned there. Fern deciding to go in and just attacking the turret, and I'm like, Fern, no, what are you doing? But Candy Corn, amazing tracking there, keeping Fern alive. I mean, kudos to her. I love her support work. Amazing as always.
Absolutely. You can't say anything about these teams without also just having in mind that these healers are absolutely crucial. But the dive gonna get a little bit canceled there, going to be a little bit wide. Soap gonna try walking in, gonna find TNT first. Now walking around still with their nano, now dropping. Sexican a little bit out, but Soap just gonna wait for the rest of the team to come back. Going after Fern now. It is a Winston v Winston matchup as Sweaty in the back line gonna be able to find Lucio. And I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself this time because last time I said it's a 3v5, it should be a wrap. It did not go that way. But it seems like Gunpowder Gambits are gonna elect for the for a regroup here.
Yeah, I mean, they're really gonna have to kind of come in and maybe finally use that nano. As they did the Nano Blade.
Nano Blade. And there's not too much you can say besides that because Nano Blade is so strong. But Sweaty finds a pick on Fern, trying to pop their ultimate and trying to stay on. TNT is going to be going down. Jazz going down. Sexican going down. It's just everyone going back and forth, trading blow for blow. So barely staying alive and just being able to hold on to the point once again.
I really thought they had it there. I thought Gambit really... I mean, we saw... I think that was like 2 clean blade kills right there with Sexican. I thought, you know, that was a great kind of start to it, but they just kind of fickled out and there was nothing really else to do in that matter.
Soap is going to be able to find Candy Corn, going down one healer, working on the other one. Lucio, you got to go. The beat. No, you hate to see it. Trying to invest the beat to save them and the teammate, but not fast enough as Soap going to get traded, but it is worth it. You take down the beat drop by the juggle, and, you know, we do have a caster named Juggle God, but someone's coming for that role now.
Oh, good old Juggle God. Where are you when we need you?
Oh, the sleep gonna come in, but you know, the turret there to just ruin the parade. Now TNT trying to escape with their life as Fern's gonna come in, find the first pick. Soap gonna have to jump away, but now pushing the point. You got 40 seconds remaining. It feels like this may be their last fight. Everyone trying to invest a little bit, building up the ultimate. Sexican finds another one. Sexican now trying to push their way down, trying to find another one, but Winston forces them back. The res coming up, going to be able to put up Soma. The sleep coming in, keeping down TNT once again, but here comes the Molten Core. Will it be enough? Sexican does not care, and Fern on the back end is going to get the jump as well. It does slow them down just enough that they're going to be able to get one more fight here. Soap is gonna need to come out here, waiting on the corner. You got 10 seconds. You got one time fight. Soap gonna jump out early, give the rest of the team enough time to set up, as Sexican gonna be able to take down Soap. Now walking up, Gunpowder Gambits, the sleep coming out on TNT. You got a little bit of an opportunity as Sexican with the blade, TNT with the Beyblade, gonna both find a piece. Everyone getting a piece of the action. And ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted more Overwatch, here we go. It is a best of one going into overtime.
I mean, TNT kind of dished and reserved, I guess, what Sweaty had given them before. I mean, canceling the ult last minute, harsh, but fair.
You know, you hate to see it if you are a part of Everything Is Fine. You love to see it if you're a part of GG. They get the punchback that they're looking for, and we're going into overtime. You know, it does not matter how much time's in the bank. All it matters is you got your one opportunity.
Yep. I mean, how far can you push it and how long can you stay on it before the other team can get you off? I mean, we're going to be looking down to some of the hardwire, you know, sort of kind of work here, and we can only hope that, I mean, looking at it, what else do we have left to do? I mean, it's a dive work on both teams almost, and Symmetra.
Not gonna lie, maybe it's because I'm very biased, And I like one of my mains is Symmetra, but I love a Symmetra whenever it comes out, especially in with their tier 3. If they can build it up quickly, it's so detrimental. They're going to try getting this in quickly. They get the sleep onto Fern, and you're questioning if that Symmetra is dangerous. And look at that, almost immediately eliminating a 600 HP character. The turret still putting in some work. They're finally able to take it, but as soon as they turn, Sweaty's going to find it on the back half. The other turrets are up and putting in work. Fern going to be able to find Jazz. Sweaty's going to be able to take out Fern in return. Candy Corn going to drop, and now Brigitte is going to have to retreat. Just going to be able to get a reach, going to be able to get back into spawn here.
That was brutal, and I mean they've got 30 seconds less, counting down. I mean, those turrets just keep going up every time you drop them down. They can't even get out of spawn.
Do not question Sona's pick on Symmetra because they have rang the bell and they want the challenge. Now switching on to Reinhardt is Fern. They want the brawl. They want the action. They want to be up close and personal. They want the fight. As Sweaty is going to take one down, Sexikin is going to get a trade onto Soap. They still have their tank though, and Gunpowder Gambits, as long as you have a tank and a healer, I lied, you're going to be losing that as Sweaty gets a 4-piece and putting the exclamation point, and they're going to fully hold this spawn. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds to push this cart 15 meters.
Oh. Gambit is just... I would hate to be on Gambit. That's all I'm gonna say. Ring Sona has been pulling out the most absurd, I guess you could say, DPS this entire time. I mean, we had the Sombra that wasn't really working. We had the Torbjorn that ironically and ultimately kind of came in clutch last minute a few times, and now Symmetra just completely decimating the spawn there. I mean, I think TNT is going to be going for something very similar.
You know, that's what you got to try to do if you're holding the spawn door. You need to build up everything you can right at the start and have them break their line of sight on the fight and have someone turn away. And in a 5v5, we're seeing how crucial it is. As soon as someone looks away, if it's not perfectly timed, you get dropped like flies. We saw Sweaty look up for the turret to try taking it down. As soon as they turned... or TNT, my bad. TNT looked up at the turret and Sweaty immediately capitalized on it. They're going to be trying to do the same thing. I have a feeling this is either going to be the longest or the shortest fight of our lives. They're going to be going through the left door as this is a wise move. They're going to be getting a little bit of space. They're going to go all the way around, rotating. Now, Soap, it is Ryan v. Ryan on the cart. The lamp coming in. Fern not able to connect, but going to be able to take down Soap. Now, Fern getting the returning blows as Jazz going to go for the res. Soap back up, and Jazz, will it be in vain or will it be worth it? All the abilities coming out, able to find Baptiste, and even though you invested the res and you got the res, you know, Baptiste has a long way to go from spawn. This could be a quick regroup in the spawn and a quick fight if they're not careful. Candy Corn hiding inside. Soap is just walking their way out, taking the damage, letting them just get out. Soap gonna go, and Fern not gonna be able to find the pin, but gets their way onto point. Soap gonna farm a lot of damage already with the shatter, gets a fatty, and is gonna clean this one up. And just like that, it is gonna be over, and everything is fine. Just, you know what they say, because every little thing is gonna be all right.
And you know what? That was a beautiful. I mean, the shatter in the building was kind of the piece de resistance, one could say. And once again, Sweaty getting play of the game. If I can already say it, I'm really hoping Sweaty gets MVP. I mean, they were pulling all the stops with this one.
You know, it's interesting. You have a lot of options for MVP. I do really like your pick in Sweaty. You know, personally, there's a case to be made for every single player, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to go with Sweaty for MVP on this one. They just every single time that there was a momentum fight, it felt like they were always in the middle of it. But you know, team elemented game. It just Sweaty was just finding heads. I'm still gonna check the computer for word.exe because I just don't believe what we just witnessed.
I mean, Sweaty. Let's just say. Gamer chair is built different. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I I have high hopes with everything is fine coming in, going into their next game, and whoever they do against, I have high hopes for them. I have great hopes for Sweaty, Soap, that do.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw
mean,
Lucio go off to the
this one-
side below a casting loose.
Oh, no.
The cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there, or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note, too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as well, of course, any members of the LGBTQ plus communities, welcome back to our next match here on the Organized Chaos feat. I believe that's how you would say that. KillShot Esports. Well, we've had a few games going on so far, so I'm gonna let Demon Breed take the word on that, because as our analyst here, you're gonna be better off explaining what's happening.
Yeah, so we just had, I don't remember what the teams were, but we just had a great map show between the two teams over on the KillShot. It was Gunpowder Gambits, and everything is fine over on the KillShot casting Twitch. It was a 2-1, great series. I got to, catch the pretty much almost all of Junkertown, and it looked really competitive there. I was a bit surprised to see at the end of, I think it was their defense. Soap kind of, I'm not gonna lie, Soap's a great player, but he kind of threw a little bit, kind of jumped in 1v4 when they had the nano, and just died before the rest of his team could get back. Kind of unfortunate, allowing the enemy team to cap, and then just they end up losing from basically a full hold in the spawn with Brawl. So it sounds like all the games throughout the tournament, aside from the last one that we just casted, have been really competitive. I'm expecting this next one to be really competitive. We're going to be starting here on New Queen Street. We've got Spawn Inspectors and Team Dumpster Fire. It's I had an idea going into the draft last night that the name Team Dumpster Fire was kind of something to make the enemy team kind of let their what's the word on
The guard down.
Let their guard down, because I mean, like I said last night, I mean, anytime you got Ted's cousin, I mean, he's a regular here over at Organized Chaos. Anytime you've got him on a team, you can be sure that there's going to be some dominating main tank play. I'm not familiar with the rest of the team, but like I said, Ted's cousin always popping off. What are you expecting to see here, Thunderstorm?
Well, that's a good question. We've seen that Spawn Inspectors are a really aggressive team and they know what they're doing. So it's going to be really interesting to see if they can keep the same playstyle going as we are about to start heading into New Queen Street, as both teams seem to be ready. So, I mean, what can we expect? New Queen Street is, I believe, the Canadian map. Yeah. It's a pretty nice map. I believe it's one of the more like brawly ones, I think.
Yeah, you've got a little bit shorter sight lines than, like, say, Circuit Royale or something like that. Obviously those are different game modes, but probably I would expect what's meta here is typically Zarya. Junker Queen's pretty decent on this map as well. unfortunately, Junker Queen gets dominated by Zarya. So unless you're just absolutely popping off on Junker Queen, and if the enemy team is playing Zarya, you're gonna have a bad time. This used to be a great Doom map as well. Unfortunately, Blizzard decided that tank players aren't allowed to have any fun, so they completely gutted Doomfist kit. So I don't expect us to see any Doomfist here, but maybe some more Winston. It seems like a lot of teams today are really favoring that Winston pick.
I mean, Winston is still kinda. I guess most people played Winston, even during Overwatch 1, because, well, of course, it was just a dive. And dive was always the most dominant meta, except during times of goats.
And
If
double
you ex-
shield,
if-
double shield was
No,
like
if-
a
if-
year and a half.
Well,
I don't know
on the
about an
high
EU at least.
on the high competitive scene, dive was still more valuable.
You guys
Except,
were playing dive in EU.
yeah.
We had double shield for legitimately like a year and a half. That was the only thing that anyone could play. So that was actually when I took a break from Overwatch because of how painfully mind-numbing it was to play Orisa during double shield. Thankfully, Orisa's a completely different hero in Overwatch 2, so we don't have that problem. Looks like we're going into game here though.
Well,
I'm not seeing any team pick hovers yet. I don't think we're actually completely loaded in yet.
welcome to the over-friendly country of Canada. Hehe. Well, so let's see what's actually going to be happening here. As both teams are about to start picking, that's the cooldown's going to roll down. Of course, if you guys are new to Overwatch, which I believe 99% of the people here won't be, this is the new game mode. It is push. You're gonna have a robot in the middle and you have two barricades on each side of the robot. Both of the barricades are basically being pushed around. They will not move back, but the robot will. You have certain checkpoints on the map which are marked by like barricade holders, I guess is a good word for them. I'm not sure what you would call them. But you unlock spawn points by reaching certain points, and with that, we're gonna start heading into the game as we're gonna actually see a Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think that's probably a favorite of Ted's cousins. Magikarp on the Winston here with the dive. Like I said, wouldn't be shocked to see that here since everyone seems to really favor that Winston. This could be a really strong brawl pick though from them.
Well, Magikarp already in a lot of trouble. Glow is gonna find the pick. That's gonna be a huge amount of ult charge already added to Glow, and they're just gonna run them down. Ted all the way up front is gonna be able to just do so much damage. Charge comes through. Well, can't charge cancel since that's a new thing. It's gonna get slapped. Good night. But you're gonna look at Glow trying to catch Diana there. And now if you check the robot, Junkrat just doing push things, pushing a robo.
And it looks like we're going to be seeing almost a complete team swap over from... Oh, it looks like we're going to be getting a pause here. It sounds like our production is having some technical difficulties. But that's, like I said, that's going to be a Spawn Inspector swapping over to a full dive comp now. Pulling out that Moira, so I think that might be one of our first Moira sightings, at least on this channel today. It'll be interesting to see how they use that that new Moira orb. Do you remember what it's called? It's like it starts with like an E and an M and a B. It's like a weird word that I've never heard before.
MIB? That isn't it the Men in Black? Well, I'm not sure. I mean, you have Pride, you have Glow, Paradox, Ghost Sniper. Do you snipe ghosts or do you make people into ghosts? I think that's a good question, isn't it?
Maybe both. What
That
was
would
it called?
be nice.
Necrotic orb? Is that what? Does that sound right?
Could be. To be honest, I don't like to touch Moira because I believe she's a very, very low, very low skill hero. And
Yeah.
she's busted.
Moira's the support version of Overwatch 1 Orisa. So I totally get that. They are hoping to make her more engaging to play with this new necrotic orb. I mean, honestly, it's not like her like mechanical gameplay actually changes. Sounds like we are getting back into the match here in a second. But that new necrotic orb does allow you to make some team saving plays. I believe you can, like, if a Junkrat is about to tire, if you shoot him with the necrotic orb and then he tires, it's gonna affect his ult. But I mean,
As well as the ult.
tire lasts longer than the orb does, so I mean, I guess if you just saw that, it's not a big deal. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, let's see how they're actually gonna be doing the matching as it's gonna be missed. Just dinking Nemo. Nemo gets found by the wrong person this time. Guess the Barracuda had a snap. Well, let's see. Magic up there in trouble as the Ryan duel keeps happening. Oh, that's gonna be a Matrix going through. Nice. Oh no, that could have been dangerous, that poop. But let's see. Firestar comes through. But Magic Up is gonna be kept alive. But Ted's cousin, no. Already was set up, but that's just basically just the advantage of playing the composition first.
Yeah.
Nemo actually swapped from the Junkrat, so there's not the same matching DPS. Pride is gonna be able to somehow stay alive into that, but Magikarp is already building that Shatter again, and this could be a little bit of a struggle. Some of that charge actually misses, which I'm very confused about. Shatter comes through, is gonna hit the Junk. Junk is gonna fall, but the beat's gonna come through. So now they're just gonna be committing onto point. Well, I have a hair in my mouth, I'm sorry about that. And oh, that's cousin is just gonna keep swinging at the Moira here. Paradox.
Oh, did he get
gonna
them?
get fault. May ult committed onto point. I'm gonna look at Glow finding Nemo, but Nemo's gonna just go kill off the frog right
Wow,
there.
this is
So I
scrappy.
guess that the question between frog versus fish was answered. The frog.
Yeah, so Team Justifier having, the fight win there, but they did lose players really late. So I'm expecting Swanaswick to be able to take. They need to take this fight fast if they want to win it.
Well, that's gonna be a tire committed as the necrotic orb actually hits Ted. Well, Ted's cousin right there. Now there's gonna be an ult committed from the high ground. Go Zappadov. It's gonna find a pick. It's gonna be able to find Pride. Nice charge. Magic out with the shit out through. Double. It's gonna be able to find the Lucio and just. Ted just keeps swinging. It's gonna do a little less damage thanks to the orb, but it's just gonna still just commit. Why would you give up? And so far, oh Egg, you shouldn't just stay still up there. That thing could have been dangerous.
Yeah, that was a huge pin there from Magikarp, but unfortunately he wasn't respecting the fact that Ted Cousins had that shatter. So Ted Cousins is able to swing the fight around really well with that shatter. A lot of ults gonna be coming out here from Swan Spectre, so.
Well, they're gonna be able to speed out, except Mystical, which is gonna be an issue. So now we're gonna watch the charge happening into the backline. It's gonna get cancelled. Well, I just love the new mechanic for when you can cancel the charge. But Firestar comes through. It's gonna be able to get some more charge out of that, but you're just looking at a Junk with spamming, and Ghost Sniper has Tire available. And this could potentially really scary, as you don't know how many people are actually gonna be caught by that. Nemo in the backline, Ghost Sniper finds one. Moira gone from the fight. This is gonna commit. This is gonna find Magikarp very low. Firestar from that's cousin. The MTD is real. If it's not, well, the TD, I guess it's called now. And just the push keeps going.
Yeah, that was we were expecting that to be a big tire coming out from Ghost Sniper. Ended up getting more just primary fire kills than anything with that tire. Spawn Spectre is overcommitting the previous fight a little bit too much with that beat. It looks like Pride's gonna be swapping over to the. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe Cassidy. They need to back out a little bit though. They're still 4v5, so if they can hold the robot here without engaging too hard while they're down, that would be the best option. But it looks like Magikarp wants to take this space.
Well, there's a Shatter available. He's gonna be able to find two, but counter charge. Magikarp's gonna get fallen, but question is, can Magikarp actually keep getting value? Shatter comes through. It's gonna be able to hit Magikarp, but it's just gonna somehow Ted is still alive, and I am very confused about that one. Yeah. But so charge comes through. It's gonna get cancelled. Well, I'm just looking at Ted's coming. I should objectively watch everything.
He's
but
still alive and he's still killing people.
MTD! Well, fight keeps going. Wall comes through. It's gonna cut off Nemo, and
wow,
that is just massive.
I mean, Organized Chaos is an anime, and Ted Cousins is the main character because that is some crazy plot armor right there.
Exactly. Well, let's see how they're gonna keep rolling with this. As Ted just keeps swinging. Magikarp wants to bigger than Mystical, but Now, the question's gonna be what's gonna be happening with this. Magic Up is gonna keep Wildfire Strike. That's gonna be an old use as well. Glow's gonna get caught by that. And now, they're just gonna try to stick to what they were currently at. Charge goes through Magic Up. Finally! I believe this is Ted's first death. And I'm somehow very concerned about the fact that this should be the first death.
Oh, Pride needs to be careful here. He doesn't want to get picked. If he gets picked, they're gonna lose the next fight.
Well, Mystical is in a very dangerous position as well. He's gonna be able to actually get back into the Esport, but the Robo is now.
Unexpected split, super split.
Oh no, there's no main. Well, there's no tank for you to protect you from that. Well, that second death right there is gonna fall. Junk in the back actually is gonna be able to find Paradox. That's
Yeah, so you know this is the start of what Spawn Inspectors need to do and able to turn this map around. They basically have to win another 2, maybe 3 fights in a row to even just tie what the Team Dumpster Fire has done. With a Junkrat Tower and a Shatter coming out this next fight.
What's big? It's massive! 3 people down to the floor. That's cousin just saying hello to everybody. 4 people deleted in an instant, and the Baptiste, who was dead from the previous fight, is just gonna be able to head right back to Spawn.
Ted's cousin is a man after my own heart. With the shatter from the top rope there, I mean, if you want to make sure the other tank knows who you are, that's the play that you go for. Ted's cousin really dominating this map.
Well, let's see what they're gonna. Oh, that's a nice block. Oh, but that's gonna be dangerous. Because now there's a Junkrat spamming through that. And you just look at the HP of both the tanks going dangerously low in an instant. But nobody falls, so both Matrix is committed. So Ted's cousin charges, finds Pride. And now 2 picks. You're just looking at the Magic Up, very dangerous position. It's gonna get pooped out of Paradox. Finds 2. Ghost Sniper though is gonna die and leave a little present. Magic Carp is gonna fall to that. Now there's a Lucio and a Mei fighting a Baptiste and a Lucio. And I'm slightly concerned about my mental watching this, because this is just crazy. Somehow, Highlight gets the pick. I'm not even sure what's going on.
For sure, Highlight was gonna lose that.
You only ever freeze, but I am a frog.
On high ground though. Oh, Nemo taking Ghost Sniper out. And the
I'm not sure if that's a good thing. That's gonna be. Oh, they're gonna run him down. Nemo's already running. Why are you running? Why are you running? Well, let's see if they're actually gonna be committing to this. That here now. They're slowly starting to catch up, but that's gonna be a male very well committed into the back. Pride's gonna fall. Big freeze. 3 people targeted down by Mysticalist. And now they're just gonna keep continuing. And you just look at Nemo again trying to run away. But Paradox here versus Glow, and Glow's just juggling. What Paradox invented?
Oh.
The
entire team just left the frog. That is just sad.
Paradox? Do they know he's here? If he can get him, yeah, big window here.
Oh no. Oh no. Good night, Ghost Sniper. Good night, Ted. And with that, the point has flipped as quickly as they retook it. And now you're just looking at Glow in the back. It's gonna try to support Highlight. Eggdog and Glow have to get very much out of there. But they're gonna be able to now, I believe, finally get the first point.
They might be able to get the checkpoint here.
But look at
that robot likes to scratch its ass for a long time though. Tire coming out from Ghost Sniper. Window coming out as well. They want to win this fight.
That's just like a nuclear bomb drop. 4 people dead in an instant. Not even sure what to say about that. And the time's down. It's just done. What do they want to do?
Going on
it's
a little flight there, really hitting the skybox of the map. I mean, that's one of the downsides of you know, push. Team Dumpster Fire there, kind of they know they've got the you know, the lead with the push there. All they have to do is win that last fight and it's over. They have 3 ults, everyone just presses Q. Play of the game coming out here from Ted's cousin. Big 3K with that drop shatter. Boom. Really showing his dominance on the Rhine here. It'll be interesting to see what Spawn Inspector choose for the next map. I do think that Magikarp really likes to, favor that Winston, so I would expect to see some kind of high ground dominant map where the Ryan's gonna struggle a little bit more against the Winston.
Well, let's see how they're actually going to be doing this as well. And now we're going to be heading to our next map, which is going to be picked here in just a minute, I hope.
Paradox with a little bit of trash talk. Says Glow, you want to try pushing me again?
I mean, the mode is called push, so you have to expect a little bullying.
Well, it sounds like Nemo wants to go into Circuit Royale. So, that was a map that they dominated on in their previous series, popping out with that Sig and the Winston there. You can still make Ryan work on that map. Knowing Ted's cousin, he's got really great shield management. As long as his teammate doesn't step outside of that shield and get picked by a Widowmaker, then I can see Ted's cousin still making that Ryan work. They might struggle against a Sig, though, if Magikarp wants to pick that up.
Well, we're going to see that in a second. In the end, you have to think Magikarp is a free agent who was here to fill.
Ooh. We just got word in from the producer. We've got a spicy bounty coming to you guys this map. It's going to be going on to Ted Cousins here pretty soon as we get into this map here. Man, putting the bounty on the main tank, that's kind of beyond
risky
there by production.
Well, that is indeed rather biased, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, Ted Cousins is really going to have to dominate if he wants to survive this.
Let me remind you that for the first, 4 minutes of the previous map we just played, Ted's cousin
that's fair.
denied any deaths.
Yeah.
Nothing went through that man's shield. And that's just... A big angry German man is not...
Alright, so it looks like we're going into the map here.
Welcome to Circuit Royale.
So,
Initiating match.
and it looks like we're going to be jumping into their comms as well here, so go ahead and enjoy listening to that.
What's up, party people? Hey, you guys got this one, okay? You guys got this one. That was a crazy game.
We're chilling.
Yeah,
No,
you guys got this one. You guys got this one.
Sailor.
What's up, Seven?
Please tell me who asked.
Oh, dang! Yo! I was about to give you some props. Absolutely manhandling, absolutely handling Glow, absolutely handling Glow on 3 different occasions. But you know what? Screw you. The freaking bounty's on Ted's cousin. Ted's cousin.
It's on him. Okay.
Ted's cousin. Okay.
Enjoy, y'all. Enjoy.
Thank you.
No, we will.
Here's Taylor.
Bye. All right, people. This is gonna be really spicy. Welcome to Chaos. I love you guys. I love you guys all. Ted's cousin, dude. You got the bounty, bro. It's chaos, baby. It's chaos. Yeah. Just trying to get this stuff.
Who has it?
Ted's cousin.
Oh, okay.
The bounty.
Hey, you better keep
Don't heal him. I'm on Zen.
Bounty is now live. 90 seconds.
Glow, don't heal him. Let him die.
Got him. Got it.
You look to push up. Ready? Place out. We can push up when they event. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Going up.
Into
Just
Discord.
place off.
Zen is far.
Woo!
Big disc.
Woo!
Six 1 HP, yeah.
Everyone's dead.
Screw, I'm getting out of here.
I got their Hanzo.
That's big, actually.
Nice.
I'm mad up again.
There's Zen's anti right here.
That's dead. Just regroup. Place out, regroup.
Open fire.
40 seconds.
Yeah. We look to go in. They're down a bunch. Get on the back.
4 of them, yeah.
I'm
We're gonna take some space here. Let's go up, ready? Wait for Honda to peek and then I can go up. Ready in 3, 2, go! Peek on it, peek on it, peek on it.
20 seconds.
Hanzo does.
Oh, huge anti! Huge anti!
Soldier's low in there.
Soldier does.
10.
Come out.
So
Bounty. Nice. We almost have nano, we have no nano. Farm nano, farm nano, farm
You
nano.
guys survived the bounty. Good luck, guys.
Wow!
Oh, Magikarp's dead. There's no way he lives.
Ted Nano survived it, but Magikarp, how much damage!
Nano going
now
on Ted's
Ted-
cousin Paradox
Ted,
dead
like,
for sure.
Ted's like, hello, another one. I'm a big angry monkey and all of you are just bananas.
Ted's
I will eat
cousin
you.
Capping off his bounty survival with a 2k there with the Nano. I mean, are we surprised he survived the bounty? Like I said, he's got some pretty thick plot armor right now. Main tank, main character. Gonna expect to see a primal coming out here. Maybe force that trans out of Paradox if you can.
Can I ask you who's Ted? Because I feel like it's
I'm
probably
sorry,
somebody.
Ted's
It's
I see what
somebody.
you're saying.
Oh, Mysticals with a beautiful headshot. Now they're gonna dragon into that. They're gonna have to actually force transcendence of
Oh,
that.
that's big.
Oi, oi, oi. And Ted's gonna have a word of that. Hello, you're dead now. Who's the next? You're gonna die down too. Jump. Oh, no. Eggdog's gonna get deleted. Good night. What? That's gonna be a
Turnable!
Oh no, Ghost Sniper nearly dies there, runs into that. But Ted's cousin is now having to support his Ana.
He's sleeping on the job.
Oh my god! Ay, 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 ay.
And finally his first death. Again, like another... Like last map, like three solid minutes into the map.
Well, 3 minutes 30 basically until the first death happens.
Now,
No!
this is going to be much harder for Team Dumpster Fire to take. Ted's cousin is probably going to be diving up to high ground by himself. They don't have that nano yet. They might actually just play slow, try and wait for this nano to come online. That way Ted's cousin can securely take the high ground.
Oh, that's gonna be a very, very confident dive. Nemo on the side there is gonna get dinked by Ghost Sniper. And now there's gonna be a lot of commitment. Nano onto the Winston Magikarp now in a lot of trouble. As Eggdog is just finding two on the side. They're just gonna have an Ana sitting there like, hello. But never mind, Ted's like, I have you now.
Really great ult usage there by Team Dumpster Fire. Like I said, wait a little bit for that nano to nearly come online, engage with the team fight. Overclock pops, everyone's gotta just walk back into cover, otherwise they're dead.
Oh my god.
Ted's cousin might struggle a little bit more here, trying to play against the poke on this. If he can take that high ground, they might be able to, you know, secure this, but it's not gonna be easy.
Big anti actually hits two, both the DPS down. Glow actually picks up Nemo. Pride's gonna get the counter pick down onto Mr. Grillis, but Ted's cousin finds Pride in the meanwhile, and you're just looking at the Zen one going happening on the sidelines. Lux versus Eggdog, and Eggdog's gonna take that one home.
Yeah, so we're getting at the point where Magikarp might want to switch maybe to that Diva. Try it, not really having success blocking those anti-nades, you know, highlight getting huge value with those. We do have a Gravitic Flux coming out soon for Magikarp. And they have nothing to counter that with, so might save it for that Primal Rage. We'll see.
Well, let's see what they're gonna actually be able to do here. As now you're looking at. Oh no, he's discarded. He gets moved down. He's gonna survive though. As Pride's gonna be able to find Ghost Sniper. Now Sigmund's gonna be committed. But do you really want to use any ults? And no, you won't. Pride finds a beautiful triple, but Ted again with the plot armor. This is gonna be able to probably head out of this.
Oh no, they're pinched. There's no way they get away. There's no way. No! He...
If he would have made that jump, if he would have, and Ted's in chat just like, no. I believe the corner where he jumped to used to be accessible.
I think that might just be operator error. He was barely short.
Oh no, everybody is on high ground. Well, Goodbye. That's number one, but Ted's gonna go dangerously low. Pride's gonna be able to find a pick. And now, they're just gonna keep committing to this fight. Mysticalist is gonna find Paradox, and somehow, this fight is rather even. Pride though, what is this? I can't follow who's killing who.
These DPS are really taking over the game now here on point C with this high ground. Both the soldiers and the Hunters, we got a DPS mirror match here.
I mean, look
Both
at
the
Ghost
Hunters
Sniper.
really finding a ton of value as well. Pride taking out 3, I think, in that team fight alone. Unfortunately, succumbing to Ghost Sniper.
Oh no, the Sonic's on him. The Sonic's on him. He's gonna get chased down. Ghost, oh no.
That's because I'm swapping over to that comfort pick on Ryan here. It'll be interesting to see if he can make it work. This is a long alleyway for Ryan to put.
Oh no! But they wake him! But the stone wakes him up.
But I think that's going to be enough to prevent any value getting out of that nano. Anti on the Ted's though, if they can push this. Don't walk into that room!
Why would you do that? Magic! Why are you throwing?
He got baited!
But somehow they are still able to just. Well, I mean, Ted's literally just pushing God. Highlight. Are you actually gonna fall?
Oh no!
What did I just watch that Ryan do? Big
Hey.
German man does like a double flip.
If you're gonna die, you gotta take someone out with you. That's the rule.
This is true. Well, they're struggling so far to actually keep getting on the point, but he's gonna shatter. So let's see if he can actually make something like this.
They're gonna have to take control of this high ground here. Oh! Pride going down, but taking Ghost Sniper with him.
Ekdog up on high ground. Well, Mysticalist finds a pick onto Nemo, and now it's 2 down. Ted about to have shatter available. And the question is now gonna be, can I actually make this work? Magic up. Get solo shattered. Can you kill him? No, he can. The trance. Mysticalist on the high ground finds highlight. Pride finds Ekdog, and somewhat this fight is still
coming out.
a massive cluster beef. What is this? Another ult committed. Ghost Sniper is gonna try to touch. Is gonna find one, but is not gonna be able to turn this around. Move that. This is as far as they will go, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, in the end, you know, I that was a great trans there from Paradox, able to save Sigma there from the shatter. He, you know, you got to be careful about walking up to Ryan these days when he's got a shatter, because that's an extra, you know, 250 damage that he's going to be dealing to you. Luckily, Paradox bailed Magikarp out of that. And then Nemo coming out with that tack visor, ending up being able to secure the team fight win. Ted's cousin able to find quite a bit of value on the Rhine there still. Unfortunately, because of how long this alleyway is, the sightlines are just too long, and he just ended up running out of shield before they could reach the end of the point.
Well, I'm still trying to get at my thoughts. Give me a second. well. So this game is just built different. This is
so
just...
it looks like we're going to be seeing the, you know, well, you could probably guess the brawl spawn hold coming out from Team Dumpster Fire.
Hey, yo! Can I just say the room that they're inside? There's a window on one side, and if you go to the inside, there's another window.
They're just holding spawn.
Hey, yo! What's that? Game broken. Rating -2. Well,
They
let's see.
wasted the wall though. That's a big CD to get out.
Well, let's see what
the
actually
fire
doing.
switch. That's gonna be huge.
Oh no, but they don't have.
Can he get it?
What,
Can he
you-
get a mercy? Though? Maybe give him a mercy.
Well, they're just gonna be. Magic Gab is just so much troubling. Ted, oh Pride, huge pick. I mean, by oh, that was a nice find.
counter
Magic
pin
Cup though,
there from Ted
Magic Cup though is gonna be in trouble as there's a glowing light approaching you, and you do not like that. But Nemo finds Ekdog, and now it's the main support gone. That's gonna be an issue. But somehow, well, I was about to say, if you survive that any longer, I'm actually gonna question our producers if he's any settings on his name that make him unable to survive.
Check him PC. Like, I don't.
Show Lovey.
I'm gonna need to get some like Rhine tips from Ted's cousin. Anytime I'm 1v2, I just get all the CC and damage on me. This guy walks into the enemy team 1v5 and he's sitting there just surviving for a solid 10 seconds by himself.
That is just because Ted's cousin is built different. Well, let's see how this is gonna keep going. Is now Magic Up kind of slightly overcommitting here. Well, 5-star is gonna come through. Ted's cousin about to have the Shatter available at 30% ahead of Magic Up, and now it's already available. So let's see what they're actually doing. Magic Up, huge Shatter, but somehow Magic Up is still alive and well. Ted, you are in a dangerous position. Blocks Shatter though.
Too early.
And now Magic Up is still in trouble, but still Ted's cousin dangerously low. I'm not sure what's happening right now because this is very much.
He needs to get out. He needs to get out.
Like Ghost Sniper is just walking with their backline, throwing mines at people.
Yep.
Transcendence used.
Watch the anti-nade. Oh wait, they don't have anti-nade. Oh.
They do not, but they have a Matrix, and that's gonna be a lot of damage. As Magic Up is gonna get deleted. Neo,
yeah.
Oh, huge pick. Main support gone, but they have the beat, so they can commit into this if they want to.
They have Tyre and High Noon as well. I think Pride needs to probably just use this barrage and swap. Without a Mercy pick going against Miskless and Eggdog, that's too much hit scan damage to be able to try and play the Pharah on this map.
He was nearly killed the Pharah as a Junkrat. That would have been disgusting. Glow! No! To sleep!
There's the barrage!
No! Oh, he does the beat! Beat's gone. That was not the right choice to make there. Magic Up is going to be able to actually grant the Mentality Field, so Paradox can clean up that. Ghost Sniper, somehow, with a slither of health, is going to dodge the Fire Strike, is actually going to be able to get out of that. And I'm not even sure what to say. This is literally. Oh my god, you're going to have to go right back to spawn.
I don't know if they're going to be able to contest this. I mean, they still have a good amount of time, I suppose, but they've got to watch this dragon coming out from Nemo. This can completely split their team here if they're not careful.
But you still have to see though, Ted's cousin and Ghost Sniper both have their ults basically available. Pride, well, that's going to be a nice dragon. Ted's cousin is going to be mispositioned. But you see a flying Junkrat through the air.
Watch the Junkrat! Watch the Junkrat!
Oh, they get him! That would have been way too disgusting. But Paradox is going to shut it down. Ghost Sniper goes down. Ted though, about to build Shatter.
Oh, shield! Watch the Shatter! Watch the Shatter!
Oh, nice chance! No, you missed the Shatter! And now it's going to be a counter shot onto Glow. And this is just so much. Left and right, that's because someone picks up Nemo. Wow. But they keep the fight going. And now maybe the situation where you have to think of any swaps you may be able to make. Because this is your last point and there's 4 minutes on the clock.
I think Ghost needs to swap off this Junkrat here. It seems like he's really having a hard time finding the value that he was once having. Trying to get to the pin on Ted's cousin able to get out. Woo!
So let's see how they're going to keep continuing with this. As now, Ted again on the low ground, but Pride is going to have such a free reign. Ghost Sniper now swapped over to the Ash to deal with the Pharah, but why not potentially match with an Echo? Echo could go for the flanks here. Echo could probably shut down a Pharah, but still, you're just missing your DPS.
They can't even touch it. When was the last time Team Dumpster Fire even touched a cart?
Well, that's a good question, and I can't answer that because the entire match has been a massive cluster peep so far. So let's just keep this going. Ted's cousin is actually gonna go commit. He's gonna miss the charge though, but he's gonna be able to find Magic Up even with the trans committed to keep him alive. So Ted's cousin here is gonna find the hands on the side there, but so much damage coming onto Ted. But Egg is gonna be able to find Nemo there to clean that up, and they have to hold this close. They cannot allow them to get any more space with a Pharah with a. Oh no, I think I'm seeing a very dark, grim future, which is just about to be Nano Barrage. And I'm not sure if I would like that when you're all so stacked on the high ground.
Oh, that's just gonna be Spawn Inspectors just waiting that High Noon out. That's big too because now Pride doesn't have to worry about that flying around this high ground here. Nemo going down or taking out Misculous though.
I'm not even sure what that happened. Big Shatter!
Shatter!
Wait, the Pharah in the ult! He's gonna be able to Magic Up. Somehow he's still alive. The heals are
Biotic is able to keep him up.
But they're just gonna push cards. Well, never mind. Magic! Oh no, Magic, you're completely alone.
Banana.
But now, just get swinging. Swing and swing and swing that sword. How do you headshot?
Okay.
How do you headshot the fuck?
That right there was a statement. That was Magikarp saying, "I'm not taking your shit no more." They don't see Nicholas here. They don't know he's here. They've got to watch this.
Is
He's
he
gonna be
gonna
able to touch. Is he gonna get value though? I don't know.
Oh, that's because he finds huge pick. The barrage gets shut down. Mystical is on the side there. He's gonna be able to find Paradox. He's just carrying this game. He just finds 2 big picks.
Wow, I can't believe he actually not only lived but found 2 picks there.
How are you alive then?
Wait,
Please, explain yourself. What is this plot armor? And now you're just gonna be able to give so much ult charge to Diana, and you're gonna have 2 massive ults, which is the Transcendence and Bob.
I like this. I like this swap from Magikarp swapping over to the Wrecking Ball here. They have almost 0 CC over on Team Dumpster Fire. They should be able to have a huge amount of value on this Wrecking Ball.
Don't you dare C9 this, I swear to God.
These tanks are intent on mirroring each other though. There's clearly some beef that has been built up throughout this match.
Bob now sent to the back. He's gonna slam up highlight. Oh no! Nemo went to go sniper. Glodo killed Pride. This is such
a late trans.
Not on both sides. Big hands into Ted though. Glow again finds another pick. Well, Ted's cousin now. Egg! Fights Nemo! Diana snipes him on the high ground! It's just one after another default. 30 seconds after the clock. 3 meters, 1 fight. And the ults are looking strong towards Ted's cousin. A mystical Egg Dog about to have 3 massive ults available.
Yeah, I mean, Mysticalist gets this high noon. There's no way it doesn't find value because they have to stand on cart. So someone's dying here from this high noon. Unless someone can take him out beforehand.
Oh no, Magic's gonna get nanoed. But there's so much damage as well as a Discord. So just gonna roll through everything. But 2 people fall. Glow finds Paradox. Egg Dog finds Nemo and again Diana out snipes him. High noon now. I believe I'll never mind. You're keeping the touch.
Mysticalist on the high ground again.
Now, High Noon gets committed. He's gonna be able to not. Well, Mysticalist cancels it to find highlight like that. Somehow, Magikarp is still alive on the point. Pride coming in. Slam from both sides on the point, but Magikarp's gonna go down, and you still have to touch this. Mysticalist now gets the nano. This is gonna be a Cassidy with nano. Paradox somehow still alive. Nemo, the last one alive to actually keep the touching, and this is it!
Victory.
Well, that's going to be Dumpster Fire taking our semifinals match there. Ted's cousin just dominating the entire series. Paradox here with the play of the game. I'm expecting this probably... Oh, kick someone off the map! Oh, yes!
And that's again the headshot of the shit and the defeat.
So, you know, I respect the shatter on Ted Cousin's head. Probably wanting that back though for, you know, the next team fight. Bit unfortunate sometimes, you know, sometimes your ego gets in front of, you know, your objective of winning the actual map. Great series from both teams though. It was a 2-0, but it was not a it was probably as close of a 2-0 as you can get.
I'm not even sure what to say. What am I supposed to say here? Please, somebody explain.
Well, we do know that Dumpster Fire is going to be heading into our finals now. But while we have this moment here, just want to mention again our sponsors, exclamation point sponsors in our chat. Say 15% off on where'd it go? Swift Lifestyles using code OC. Use code OC as well for Cheers for Gaming or Red Dragon. Save a little bit of money there as well. Also to mention, again, this is a collaboration with the KillShot Esports server. You can type in exclamation point KillShot into the chat as well. It'll give you our Discord information and everything as well. The great community to be a part of. We're trying to build it back up again for Overwatch 2. You know, there's a ton of great people there. We've got some really good players. I don't know if they're still playing. I haven't gotten to cast any of my fellow server mates yet, but hopefully we'll get to see them in the grand finals.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys can see.
Should we head over back to the kill shot channel?
Well, seems like we're going to be heading right back over to the KillShot channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, as well as, of course, any members of any LGBTQ plus communities, thank you guys for watching. There's going to be a final match later. We're just going to check out I believe, the last remaining match for the semis, or, well, the half finals. I'm not sure what they're actually called in English. Semis. Well, let's just, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this game was a sweat fest. I am sweating like crazy after just spectating that. And you can expect the final to be amazing. So we're going to see you guys.
That's it. That's going to be it from us, but make sure you stick around. We're going to switch over to the KillShot Twitch so you guys can check out that semifinals that's going on right now. And then afterwards, we're going to be having our grand finals between Team Dumpster Fire and whoever wins that series. So it's definitely, after this one, there's no way it's not going to be a great match, right?
It should be. Not well. I'm going to send you guys. I am. It is 12 o'clock my time at night. Okay. Leave me be.
Brain dead.
Right. My brain, I have lost all functionality in my brain. My brain cells have decreased to like 0. So, yes.
All right.
It was amazing casting. But the finals are going to be casted by somebody else. You guys hopefully enjoy that. And on that note, we're going to send you guys over to the ongoing match right now. See you guys next time.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Lucio go off to the side while casting was the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there, or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is.
He did have to pop the primal, but he's in there.
Yeah.
And he looks like he gets out alive.
No, but he didn't get the value he was looking for. Stafftron immediately shut down by Sweaty. That is one less blade for them to work with. And Kid Maniac also fallen.
Yeah, I think this is another instance where Stafftron might need to swap off the Genji. I mean, I don't necessarily understand the swap in heroes with Cock Flattener the player going on to Pharah.
Well, you're right about that, because they were Pharah originally. And as we're seeing here, Sweaty has already taken out both the DPS, but Flattener is back online despite the sacrifice Kid Maniac brought. And it's not really for much of anything, because Flattener has been eliminated, yet Fire was able to trade it out, yet it means nothing when they come back from the dead.
That's exactly right. And if you notice this, Cock Flatteners are in the same position that Everything is Fine was last round. Oh, two big picks. 3. Make it 4, make it 4.
Is it going to be 4, though? Because it seems Jailbreak's just refusing to die, and as I say that, they die. Curse of the Casters.
Oh, gotta love Caster Cursed at least a little bit. But oh man, Sweaty is so fun to watch. I can't deny it.
Most definitely. Coalescence getting popped here with the slow orb trying to stop them. The nail comes out in response to Barrage. Flattener's only able to get the turret. Rumble is activated, so everyone is antied. And Blaine, first to fall. Now Sweaty. Finally Sonya. Followed up with Jazz, and last but not least, there's only Soap on cards. Yet he just got his ult.
Yeah, Jailbreak's Rampage is exactly what you need there with that 4-man anti, only missing Rising Sonya. Or Sona, excuse me. And for everyone just to be able to be bursted down so quickly, that's exactly what you needed to win that team fight. And
definitely.
No one on the cart, but they are gaining some ground, which you love to see.
Most definitely. Now I'm curious, we do see Blade's going to be coming up online here, but Fire does fall, so that's going to be one less support.
able to help the team out. Seems they might have gotten a little too aggressive, and Junker Queen unfortunately falls off the map.
Oh, you hate to see it. You really do. But
I hate to have it happen to you.
oh yeah, it sucks. I think Stafftron should just swap off the Genji onto something else, because I don't think they're gonna get much value from the blade, especially without a nano, unless Stafftron wants to save it until I Ride the Fire has nano. You can't build nano when you're dead.
Yep, no, you cannot. And it seems Sweaty and Soap are just going to town, keeping them in spawn.
Yeah,
That's a team kill, and there's 20 seconds left on the clock here. I see there is a way to get around the yellow building to possibly C9 the point, but they're being locked in there. Genji going for the blade, does not able to get it off. Cock Flattener taken out by the railgun. Turret shuts down Kid Maniac, and no one else. I stand corrected, the ball made the touch, but exploding into a million pieces, no one else is able to make it out.
Oh, that was a great match. At the beginning, it looked like Cock Flatteners had it in the bag. I thought we were going home early, but everything is fine. Brought that back on the back of Sweaty and Soap. I mean, absolutely amazing performances from everyone, really. Sweaty especially. These plays are just so fun to watch. Just look at that patience, that trigger discipline.
That's very important to have. And it seems that we may be getting Oasis as our next map, from what I see in the chat. Any thoughts?
That is possible. I mean, I believe that might be our last map. Why do you think they want to go Oasis? What? Give me the rundown.
Oh, I could give you that rundown indeed. So, biggest thing, we saw Pharaoh, correct?
Yes, we did.
So Pharah can be greatly utilized on Oasis. This, even with the indoor, most of it's always outdoor. So Pharah is going to have a grand time there, along with the dive composition. In response, things like Brawl, Junker Queen, Reinhardt, Orisa, to a degree. I'm just talking tank lines, of course, but they're going to have a harder time. Now, in response, Soldier's been practically good on every map.
Mm-hmm.
You might see Sombra from Stafftron being used here. We'll have to see the exacts once we get into it, how these teams want to go about this.
Yeah, I do think that Sombra prediction is a good read. And as you were mentioning, I would like to see some Orisa. I love her new kit. I miss the shield, of course. I miss the pole. But
Yeah.
I really like that javelin. I like the little spinny, you know. I would love to see some Orisa, but I think we might be getting some Doom actually.
Really?
Doom for me has been really good on Oasis, especially on University. Especially, I can see it. I can see it.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully everything will be good to go underway here. Just gotta hope that these teams are ready to fight it out, because this is it. Whoever doesn't make it past here is eliminated.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And judging by how hard Soap and Sweaty played that last map when they were on the brink of defeat, I'm excited to see what they pull out. I mean, Sweaty and Soap absolutely were on demon mode that last map, if you will, as the kids would say.
As the kids would say. I'm not sure they say that.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm out of the times, but I am excited to see this last map, and I hope everyone is too. Oh, some interesting comps. Are we in comp?
This is what you see in comp?
In my elo.
This looks like quick play to me.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if we're getting a little trolled. I feel like we are. Some small changes.
Probably not. So here's the strategies behind these picks. You have your Brawl comp with Mei, Lucio, and the Junker Queen. A response. You have a Bastion, a Hog, Immortality, Mercy. These guys are meant to be mobile and deal tons of damage. However, against a Brawl comp, this is not what they're looking for. They want to stay a distance away, not be chased down the way they are, because they are getting punished.
I think the most interesting part of this comp is the Mei. I would not have expected this from Cockflatteners.
Really?
No, I don't really see a lot of Mei play unless there's a Rhine involved, but I mean it seems to be working out well for them, but Soap able to get that kill onto Cockflattener.
That they are. And Genji's in their backline. Not sure if he's going to be surviving there, especially against Sweaty. The railgun just does too much damage, honestly.
Oh yeah, I would be very scared to go up against Sweaty, especially when they're on Sojourn.
Most definitely. And the point does turn in favor of everything is fine. Now, for the Cockflatteners, they're going to have to try to move in here and do what they did earlier, which is to use their Mei wall to separate out all their teammates.
Yes, but they do have the Blizzard, and they're going to have the Rampage very soon, but...
Oh!
You don't want to see that.
Definitely not. And Sojourn activates her ult, but it gets immediately shut down by the Junker Queen.
That's what you like to see.
Rampage coming on out does hit the Baptiste. He is antied and eliminated. With Shout being activated, there being a one-man army here with the help of the Lucio to escort. Now there's just a Roadhog on point.
Sweaty is back though, and Sweaty's clutch factor could win them out the fight, but I don't think so. Yeah, if Soap had stayed alive, maybe, but unfortunately.
Now Jez, the mad lad, has gone in for a res, successfully pulls it off. Blade comes on out, Blizzard comes on out, the window from the side of everything is fine. And it turns over to the Cockflatteners.
That it does, but in my opinion, a huge overinvestment. The Blade, the Blizzard, and the BBB, if you will. Like, I believe they didn't really need the beat there. It wasn't used for much. All that was invested from Everything Is Fine was just a window and a wall.
Indeed.
But they got the point, so whatever works, in my opinion.
That's fair. The sleep comes on out onto the Roadhog, shutting down that whole hog. And we do see Fire is on a roll with this Junker Queen. They did role swap here. Fire was originally a support player, so to see him on the tank is quite impressive.
Yes, and Jailbreak going over to that Lucio role, which I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a Redditor Lucio.
I don't like this. I don't like to stroll the forums like you do.
No, just me, I guess.
Oh my goodness!
A huge cancel from Soap. That was frame perfect.
Just before she could get right out in front of her. Yeah, that hook. That is amazing. However, it's not enough because they haven't turned the point. With 5 seconds left, make that 3. Ball needs to make the touch here. And he barely does it in time.
Yeah, but with him being antied and getting bursted so quickly, there's not much left Everything Is Fine can do.
No, they're going to have to...
As the staggers come in.
Yes, the stagger's coming on in. There's no one else but a Moira. Blizzard coming on out. No one's respawned in time to make a touch. And the first point goes to the Cockflatteners.
Yeah, Cockflatteners have really stepped it up. I mean, they're on fire. I like the role swap. I like the Junker Queen pick and the Mei. The Mei really surprised me. I think Mei is a lot better than I myself expected.
Oh, Mei is a menace. There's a reason why they call her the devil. because whenever you go into the Ice Queen's lair, you don't leave alive.
Yeah, you're not coming back.
Take this from a Rhine player who's seen it from the lowest of elos to the highest of elos. May is a menace. I would rather take Sombras some days over a May, and vice versa.
Both are just a detriment to us. But Sweaty onto the Pharah. That's the first time I think we're seeing them on Pharah.
Yes,
so
it is.
I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah, so am I. I'm wondering if Kick Maniac's going to just come out of left field. Might be able to eliminate the Mercy just as Flattener takes out Soap. Wayne falls next, but Rising Sun is able to trade back Saffron with Kid Maniac following the Sweaty, and then Fire getting the final kill on the Sona.
Oh, I think if the Pharah and Mercy can stall this out long enough, which they are, Sweaty is doing God's work over here. Oh.
But not enough. I mean, look, you have a DPS versus a tank, and not just any tank. I mean, this is an off-tank brawler.
Yeah.
Which is really strange to say, because when you think brawl, it's always Reinhardt, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you. But I think what's wrong with everything is fine is that Soap is still on the Roadhog. I think if they want to have a better chance at winning this, maybe swapping over to the Junker Queen themselves.
I believe I agree with you there, but we do see Sweaty's able to pick up a double kill and Soap finishing off Jailbreak, so the numbers are in favor of everything is fine as they make the cap here.
Yeah, a quick 37% for Cock Flatteners, but a quick and easy execute for everything is fine. And it does look like the Valkyrie and the Nano are going to be coming online very soon.
Now, I do want to point out we have a Soldier 76 online. You think that's going to be helping them? Or it might just be one extra thing that's they just have to use in order to take out this Pharah?
I mean, it does give them the Nano Visor, which the Nano does go onto Stafftron, which helps him immensely. So I think maybe it gives them just an extra Nano target along with the Junker Queen.
And it does. Oh, watch out! Whole Hog's been activated. This could be terrible for them. Rampage comes on out, but hits only the Roadhog. Oh, correction. Also the Tour, but it wasn't enough as Fire falls. Jailbreak able to get the trade on Jazz. We're getting traded back by Sweaty, and then Flattener able to take out a turret. Kid Maniac and Flattener are eliminated. With 50% left on the board, I'm thinking we need to see a composition change here just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Rampage came out a little too late. Maybe if you popped it at the beginning of the fight, could have been more useful. But with 3 people down, I believe, using that Rampage, it's not enough focus fire to really take down people effectively.
Agreed. And right now, this is a game of high ground. It is high ground abuse. What I was expecting to see out of the Flatteners is instead being used out by Everything is Fine. And they are going to town with it. The Blizzard comes on out, but Sweaty gets more value thanks to the Barrage. Fire and Flattener able to get a double pick. And we're up to 90%. Mercy falls, but Flattener and Fire go with it. It's only Jailbreak on point.
Yeah, with Jailbreak on point and Stafftron running back, the legs carrying him all the way to the point, but he can't stay on for long and loses the visor. And that was a quick change in pace for Everything is Fine. We are going the limit, Somi.
Yeah, we are. Like, I don't know if it's the teams, but I do remember hearing this earlier. These teams apparently, by the chance of luck they've been given, have been scrimming one another in quick play 9 times in a row.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, imagine facing the same 5-sack 9 times in a row in comp and quick play.
I really want to know the win record on that.
And as would I, but secrets are no fun unless they're heard by everyone.
That's a new one. I've never heard that one before.
You've never heard secrets are no fun unless you tell everyone?
No. I can't say I have.
No.
But I mean, these compositions, Staftron back over to the Pharah, trying to take that duel on with Sweaty, but also Flattener onto the Hanzo.
I'm curious about the Hanzo pick, but as we're thinking about it, Jazz is the first to fall thanks to Fire, but Staftron able to trade back with their own life. They're brought back to life, and Fire's able to take out Sonya. Kid Maniac taking out Sweaty, and the turret does fall. We do see a lone Roadhog on point, but looking at his body reaction, he's very scared.
Yeah, Soap running for his life right at the end, and that was a quick fight for Cock Flatteners.
Indeed it was. It was a quick cap as well. It wasn't staggered out or back and forth like the other first 2 points were. It's very definitive.
One thing I do want to touch on is the Pharah duel. Sweaty is putting in some work compared to Staftron. I mean, the ultimate... Oh, you hate to see that.
Almost, definitely.
But the ultimates alone, Sweaty is at 82%, while Staftron's only at 52%. So this Mirage can very well win them another fight if they do win this one currently.
Yes, it could. But Fire also on a rampage with Flattener. We do find a lone Mercy. They ain't able to pull off the res. Staftron's really going to have to show their worth here.
Yeah, and with...
They do just that against Sweaty. I'm sorry, it was Sweaty who really needed to make the worth.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, both in this very close game situation, both need to prove their worth and show what they're made of. And it looks like Soap is... Oh no, okay. I thought he was changing. But I do want to see... I do want to know why Soap is sticking to this Roadhog. I mean, maybe
strange, yeah.
Maybe it's just me and my fear of comp Roadhogs, but I don't think it's the best decision.
Maybe not, but Sweaty's showing the value. Double res coming out again. Oh, I'm sorry. Jailbreak's not allowing that. Whips out the pistol and denies the res. There's 90% on the board now, and things are looking dire.
Yes, but with everything is fine, having their whole team on the point, it's not going to matter much. Jailbreak the last one alive with the Valkyrie just trying to get away.
And they do that successfully. They did their time, they did their crime, they went home because they had to just hold it out long enough for 99.
That's exactly right. But with the ultimate banks online right now, you have both DPS ultimates coming in from Cock Flatteners, the Barrage and the Dragons. I'm not exactly sure how the Dragons are going to be used, but you do have the Nano to sustain for everything is fine.
Oh my goodness.
It looks like it doesn't. Ooh, some very good trades.
I could have sworn that we should have seen a flip on the point there, but immediately shut down in response. That is not good. Staftron had a great play there, but it just wasn't followed up upon enough. Instead, everything's fine was able to react as they needed to.
Everything is fine. It's not going down without a fight.
Oh,
and
no.
the Dragons is taking down y'all like Jaws. That is not who you want to see gone first in the fight.
No, it is not. And with the adrenaline, the bleed effect. Ooh, but Fire gets shut down. It's a trade fest here. And we have a lone Hanzo running with his tail between his legs.
Yeah, these clutch fights and clutch plays from really both teams, but everything is fine, especially winning fight after fight, staying alive in this game is just amazing.
They know what's on the line. And with 15 seconds left on the board, they're going to have to either hold it out or give up the point here. Because Cockfighter takes out a turret, and they're keeping the Joker Queen sustained in a wall, so to speak. Yet it's like she practically didn't lose any lick of health because she is that broken.
Oh, and a huge rampage onto 3 people, taking down the Ana first. And a flip goes over to Cock Flatteners as the OT ticks down. So fighting for his life and his stay in this tournament.
And it doesn't appear that's going to be the case.
Just like that.
This map won by Flatteners.
Oh, that's a GG's across the board. Such a close game, going the limit. That was amazing.
Indeed it was. And here we have Sweaty with their play of the game. I mean, take a look at this here. The second point, I want to say, was narrated by Sweaty here in overtime, shutting down that visor and making sure no one could touch the point.
Oh yeah, Sweaty all night has been amazing. It sucks to see him go home early, but you got to give it to Flatteners. They fought hard. They fought till the very end, and they earned it.
Indeed they did. But with that, that's going to wrap it up, at least for this round here. Now, we're going to have to be looking for them to go into the semis.
Finals.
The finals, as I'm getting word. I'm sorry. It's been a very long day, and there's so much going on with having so many teams, thanks to the joint session of KillShot Esports joining Organized Chaos.
Yes, we love you, KillShot Esports.
First time I'm actually meeting them.
Well, we love them. And we love all of y'all that are watching this. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We love to have y'all here. And we love enjoying and watching Organized Chaos. It's a great experience every time. You gotta love it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Lucio go off to the
this one-
side while a casting was
Oh no!
for the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there. Or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note, too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
And as we were speaking of it, Argo here, the Sojourn main, coming on out with the play of the game. Taking a look, seeing how they just build up their railgun, not even needing the ult yet. Every time.
Wow, that is actually some really nutty Sojourn gameplay. I'm excited to continue watching Argo's.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Lucio go off to the
this one-
side while casting was
Oh no!
for the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there. Or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
And as we were speaking of it, Argo here, the Sojourn main, coming on out with the play of the game. Taking a look, seeing how they just build up their railgun, not even needing the ult yet. Every time.
Wow, that is actually some really nutty Sojourn gameplay. I'm excited to continue watching Argo's.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw
mean,
Lucio go off to the
this
side
one-
while casting was
no.
the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there. Or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
And as we were speaking of it, Argo here, the Sojourn main, coming on out with the play of the game. Taking a look, seeing how they just build up their railgun, not even needing the ult yet. Every time.
Wow, that is actually some really nutty Sojourn gameplay. I'm excited to continue watching Argo's.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Lucio go off to the
this one-
side while casting was the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there. Or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
And as we were speaking of it, Argo here, the Sojourn main, coming on out with the play of the game. Taking a look, seeing how they just build up their railgun, not even needing the ult yet. Every time.
Wow, That is actually some really nutty Sojourn gameplay. I'm excited to continue watching Argo's.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw
mean,
Lucio go off to the
this one-
side while Casting was
Oh, no.
towards the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there, or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC, here we go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note, too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
And as we were speaking of it, Argo here, the Sojourn main, coming on out with the play of the game. Taking a look, seeing how they just build up their railgun, not even needing the ult yet. Every time.
Wow, that is actually some really nutty Sojourn gameplay. I'm excited to continue watching Argo's.
Hello there, everybody. This is Organized Chaos number 27. My name is Saminami, and I'm joined by the magnificent.
Oh, I'm going to say my name. Portal. What? You forgot my
You
name.
forget
That's
your own
great.
name there?
No, you forgot my name. I think is what happened there. You're supposed to.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
what
it's on
happened. I
me.
think I get it. Don't
Okay.
worry, we get it. But it's like we said, this is Organized Chaos number 27 because I can count. I know I can count over 27. It happens. But it's been an insane tournament so far. I've been watching these matches go back and forth the entire time. Multiple solo ults that would save fights. The amazing play from both sides. Now, the big thing we want to talk about first is that we're going to talk about this bracket here because it's been stacked this entire time. We've heard it once. We're going to hear it again. This is one of the most top-heavy SR range OC we have been in a while, maybe ever, if I do say so myself. But look at these matches. This tournament does prove that you can balance any SR, no matter where you are in this game. And I think we've done it pretty well here, and Sailor's done well figuring out that formula.
Yeah, it's a good old shout out to Sailor, who actually did find Organized Chaos and has been doing this season after season after season. It's crazy that he still wants to keep it up. I don't know if something's like maybe it's his baby or I don't know. In any case, the teams that we have here are Team Dumpster Fire and the Flatteners.
Right, and now I'm just gonna. You don't see us because magic of editing. There you go. Yes, it is Dumpster Fire versus the Flatteners here. Flatteners have been, I would say, dominant. It's been they had to take it both 2-1 each time. Only Team Dumpster has taken it 2-0 in this tournament besides Spawn Inspector. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Flatteners had a little bit of advantage on the last match given how they were able to scrim against the other team a couple times, know what they wanted to play, and we're expecting the Oasis pick. And when I went down there to ask about team maps, they were practicing on it to make sure they can actually beat everything that's fine on Oasis if it went there, and it worked perfectly fine. Did they do the same thing for Team Dumpster Fire? We'll have to see. but it's going to be a nice match. But before we get into that, we do have Chet and Sombra going up in live. We've got 2 options for you today, chat. And so, Nomi, what are those options?
So one of the options here is that we're going to have the highest roll, I believe, play against the lowest one. And the secondary option is that we're going to have the lowest roll SR jump off the map.
Right, so this is going to be for first fight. Now, it's
Lowest play
actually,
hero.
yeah, lowest play hero. So what that means is that the highest SR play will actually play what the lowest SR would play in that scenario. That's what we would go for. Am I understanding that correctly? It's a little bit confusing seeing these.
Yeah, just a little.
Well, it's not time played hero. My bad. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of weird lingo in here that I don't know because I'm stupid, but it's fine. So I'm pretty sure we've already got that set up. So once that's picked, we'll let you know exactly which character they'll be forced to play. But again, lowest SR player jumps off the map. That is for the first fight. They cannot participate in that. Once they spawn, they can run right back in like nothing's happened. So chat, make your pick. Think what you want to do. Figure out how you want to mess with these teams just a bit.
Oh, yeah. You know, from a team strategic point, you definitely want the jump off the map option compared to the lowest time played hero, because that could also mean that that person's not as proficient at the hero.
Right, but most of these top SR players are pretty flexible from what I've seen. Most of them are throughout the entire board, all in the high, whether in top 500 or Grandmasters. I believe these 2 teams do have top 500s, and they've stuck to that rank pretty progressively. So wouldn't be too surprised if they can still play those characters. But before we get into that, we do have our sponsors that we want to commiserate and thank for sponsoring our events. If you type in the chat, !sponsors, we've got Swift Lifestyles. You can save 50% off on the products they have by using code OC at checkout. And same with Chairs for Gaming and Red Dragon. Just use code OC and you'll get a nice discount.
You know, I actually have a Red Dragon thing, and I do have to say it's wonderful.
Right? Yeah, it's not too bad, huh? It's compared to the last things we had, where they would just like save us for some reason. I know.
With this thing I have,
I might have shots fired. I'm probably gonna get fired for that. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The power of editing. Didn't you?
Power of editing. Yeah. Power of editing. There you go. Fixed. No one noticed.
Of course not. Why would they? Who would want to notice?
Nah, no one watches us. Why would they want
Yeah,
to watch us?
why would they?
We do nothing here. The whole point of this is just so we can watch some Overwatch, because Overwatch League won't have Overwatch League. You know, it's
Yeah. No, I do want to point out Overwatch League comp. I feel like it gets compared way too much to regular Overwatch. So I don't think we would be seeing it here. But do you believe people are already trying to bring the Overwatch 2 compositions to Overwatch itself again?
I would say a little bit. We do see a lot of Winston being played in this OC so far. So I guess you can say it's somewhat being here, but at the same time, we're also, right when we get a Winston, there's a Bastion right beside him. So it's kind of 50-50 at this point.
I haven't seen much Bastion, if I'm honest. I saw it once last maps, but it barely stayed around after being annihilated by Brawl.
Yeah, but there's been on both sides of the bracket, we've seen a couple of Bastions here and there just messing around, trying to get some kills. Some of them actually worked pretty well. It worked for, let me make sure I get the team name right. I believe it was Everything Is Fine. First match, yeah, Everything Is Fine won with a Bastion play right at the end.
Really?
So, yeah, it's kind of surprising. I still think Bastion's a great character, just people don't know how to use him.
Yeah, he's actually gone up in skill level, surprisingly. Because it's not just a point-and-click adventure in turret mode anymore. I mean, he has his grenade, so he can't self-heal. The movement and his airstrike ultimate, which I find to be one of the hardest ultimates to use in the game now.
It's definitely up there. I mean, based on how many times we've seen ults get canceled so far this tournament, I think you can say any ultimate's kind of hard right now. Especially
Fair
with
enough.
the Sojourn plays we've been seeing over on the bottom side of the bracket. Oh, multiple times as we've seen 2, if not 3 ultimates get canceled by a good shot. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So it does seem, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but Chad Somber wants to kill the lowest SR to jump off the map. That's kind of brutal. That's kind of sad. Poor his lowest
Yeah,
SR.
that's sad. You would think they'd want to put more strain on the teams to test how well they can do.
So that does mean that staff and what was it for Mystics? Mysticalist. That's it. It's such a weird name. Mysticalist. They will both be jumping off the map right at the beginning. Both DPS players, so that's fair. Good job, chat. Now, I do have to say, I think Staff is the better pick compared to Mysticalist. From what I've seen in the gameplay so far, Stafftron has made much more of a difference in team fights.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. Now, he's struggled a bit when it came to Genji playstyle. However, I believe that's just because he was getting shut down each time.
Right, but when he realized that was happening, he would switch off to a different character to counter that and actually do something in the fight. We saw that in the last series where he swapped off to either Soldier, Pharah, Genji, you name it. I mean, he did have the bounty and died, I think, the quickest we've had in a couple of seasons, but...
I don't know exactly what happened, but as I heard it and saw a glimpse of it, a Junkrat came out from the burning sun with raining hellfire down upon him.
Yeah, it wasn't fun for... I was in the VC with him, and then just he was like, all right, so I just gotta stay out, and I'm dead. Okay, well, I'm dead. That's it. I'm not even kidding. That's that's how the comms went.
That sounds about like what I would say, too. It's a struggle.
Now, the only thing is that they can't do anything at all towards the other team. So if Staff or Mysticalist damage, heal, whatever, I don't think they can heal unless they go Soldier. I mean, that would be kind of weird. Then that's a power play. We're going to have to take them out for a full fight. Yeah. Oh, yeah, entire team. Oh. So we have so we have to wait for everyone. That's big. Everyone has to wait for both of them to fall off before something happens. And then we'll have a power play if they don't. Which, in case you don't know, hockey will take a player out for a fight, throw him back in, throw him in the penalty box, throw him back out. No harm, no foul. Whoopsie doozy.
Yeah, but that whoopsie doozy can cost you depending on the map you play on. So you're hoping that these two DPS pick the fastest character to instantly get off the map.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what you want here. Thankfully, on these maps, there is in the background, like right behind the spawn, is just a simple pit that you can just, die in. I can't say the KYS word because that's against terms of service, but you get my point. In game. Gotcha.
Okay.
Now, it does look like both teams are about to get ready in chat. Come on. Or no, a dumpster fire. Just please.
Making them to be
They've
ready.
been so good all day. I will say this. This is probably one of the most smooth OCs we've had in a while, especially coming up to the finals. Not a lot of players have been missing. A lot of players have been on time, communicate about it. I think we made it really clear in the last couple of OCs that we need you to make sure that this goes on. Production as well. Hands off to everyone around. Everyone says Overwatch 3. We're not doing Overwatch 3. It's not happening.
Hey, you never know because they came out with Overwatch. No one saw that coming.
Yeah, but no one can count to 3 in video game culture. We've learned
this.
Yes,
they can.
No, they can't. Try.
Diablo 3. World of Warcraft 3.
It's Diablo Immortal.
No, there is a Diablo 3. I know there is a Diablo 3. Yes, there is.
I don't play bad games. Like, that's...
Oh, no. You did not
I'm sorry. Is the Diablo community going to be mad at me? There's no one there. It's fine. They've got phones. It'll be okay.
Oh, my God. This man is a savage.
Okay. It doesn't look like everyone is ready. We're going into Nepal. Hopefully it's Temple. It's one of my favorite maps. It does look like it is the Temple.
Oh. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. I say a little because you don't just drop off the edge right out of spawn. You actually have to walk all the way around the spawn to drop off the edge compared to the other maps.
I mean, I think it's kind of the same here, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a Lucio Soldier combo just to try and get that speed boost. Even a Junker Queen could work, just give them as much speed boost as possible, because that stacks. You know, why not? It's kind of like a mini. Even had this amazing caster curse when we did that, where you had to touch the enemy spawn before fighting. This is almost the similar thing, and hopefully that comes back in a Chat of Sombra owner. It's a good pick. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but come on.
Now here's an interesting thing. We see Staff, right? Staff's on the Genji. We see Mysticalist, and they are on a Bastion.
Well, hasn't Mysticalist been on Bastion, a good amount this game? At least in the last series we've been trying to do here, we do see that Flatteners do like that Bastion, but I think someone kind of forgot where the pits are.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm seeing as well. But it seems they're going to try to take this honorably. They're going to meet in the center, and they're going to both go at the same time.
This is amazing. Oh, I love this.
Dropping off in 3, 2, 1.
One of you got to go.
They're like, after you.
Go.
Drop. There they go. There they go. There they go.
Oh, wait. Go!
And now the fight is on. It's no holds bar here, folks. As we see, Sleep comes on out, and the knife point into Reinhardt. Ghost Sniper able to get rid of the Immortality and Kid Maniac. Ryan going in for a wild charge. Finds no one as Fire takes out Ghost Sniper.
Yeah, Tetsukaze just wasn't in there to help Junker capitalize on those picks, but he does get a great charge on the Junker Queen.
See, I swear, I've been waiting for this the entire night. Head's cousin has brought out a Reinhardt, and I could not be any happier. As they cap the point, but only up to 21%.
I mean, that's alright. 21% is about a fight, so it's good for Dumpster Fire, but Flatteners, interesting that you have Ryan here. I don't know about you, but personally I like going Bastion just to counter Ryan. I mean, it's just fun just to mow him down. But look at this! Cockminers goes down instantly based on Ghost Sniper. Junker has been amazing at getting these picks.
They have been. And look at this! They're utilizing their Symmetra to get aggressive against the Cockflatteners.
Not aggressive enough though. Ghost Sniper is just doing non-stop damage to him, and even with Afara, it can't do anything to really help him right now. Dumpster Fire needs to switch to something, maybe a little bit too close corners, so you can try and capitalize on top of that Junker.
You do. And now they're going to match them, Ryan versus Ryan. This is going to be an interesting one. Fire has been on the take since the last series, and Ted's cousin is going to town. He whips out his shatter and hits it to the ground, finding 3 shattered, if not 4, because Mysticalist was able to pick up 2 in trade of that shatter.
Good nano shatter from Ted Cousin. I mean, that's what more can you ask for there? Bap wasn't knocked down, but even though the lamp was there, able to get rid of it before anyone was going to be back up. So that's what they need here. Dumpster Fire need a big one.
Oh my! The barrage was large, but not in charge, because right now it's the tire, the wall, and the fire strikes that are defining this fight here. May. Oh. Poor May.
Oh yeah, May's. It's okay. May will get back in next round, but right now Dumpster Fire needs to throw something on the point. Maybe even Ryan if they can, but I don't know if they have anyone to touch.
I don't think he can make it in time.
Oh no, that's it.
Oh no, you hate to see that. That was a frame-by-frame perfect score. Not in time.
2-1.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I don't know if Dumpster Fire was able to take it back after using a couple of or not having a couple members there for that retake. The people with the ultimates weren't at the point, and Flatteners had them. I think either way it was going to go to Flatteners.
Yeah, possibly. Now, here's an interesting thing. We are now on the temple itself, not Sanctum, but the Shrine, it is called. I'm sorry.
You're
It's
good.
coming back to these maps, but we do see that they're keeping the Symmetra and Junkrat against Hanzo Pharmacy.
It is interesting. I mean, you need a Pharah to kind of deal with that Pharmercy combo, because especially when you don't have any hit skins, it's going to be really difficult for Flatteners to take this point.
We're sure it's Flatteners? Or rather, well, as I'm saying it, Mischievous and Ted's cousin Ghost Sniper, they are finding the picks. I would have thought that the Flatteners would have an easier time on the Paul, given that they're able to play from a distance and use their range.
I would too, but I think Flatteners just took a lot more control of the point and of the landscape of the map, more than what Dumpster Fire could do on their side. You see, the Pharmercy was on the far right and couldn't really help out their team whenever they were getting pushed by Dumpster Fire. So now they have to regroup, figure out what they need to do, and try and push this point.
Indeed they do. The Flatteners are in a rough spot as Ted's cousin is just going to town, makes the charge in there, but it was completely reckless as Ted's cousin falls to the fire. Glow to go with them. Afron also getting the pick on Sniper, and Mischievous trades it back. Gain 2 of their own.
Surprising to see Symmetra being played this well in this kind of composition. Even though with the buffs she's gotten recently, I still don't think she's too viable, but they're kind of proving me wrong here. Glow tries to stall for a little bit. What a bit of a point was, if you ask me. I mean, it was already capped at that point. I get you want to try and stall, but it's just not worth losing a member of that and then staggering yourself for 10 seconds. Flatteners do have a Valk and a Barrage online, but Dumpsfire are willing to change it.
That they are. They're going right on in. Ted's cousin's chasing down the Junker Queen as Mischievous eliminates Kid Maniac. Barrage comes out, gets no value actually. And the point turns back over to Dumpster Fire.
Bap saved that lamp at the perfect time because he knew the barrage was coming and was able to counter it just like that. He gets the window online and tire for Dumpster Fire. It's going to be really tough for Flatteners. All they've got is Junker Queen's ult and Dragons. That's all they can really do in order to counter Dumpster Fire. So they just need to stall this out and get to that, even to 99% here, because I don't think they're going to have the ultimates to really cap here.
No, not exactly, unless Saftron hits everybody. That Dragon's going to be perfect if the Immortality is used instantly. And here comes the Rampage. Dragon falling in 2. And it does get the Lucio. Glow does fall, but no one else. And as I say that, Mischievous falls to fire. And now Eggdog.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Ted's cousin just stuck in the corridor trying to stay as long as possible. It's not going to do anything when you've got a Junker Queen's knife on you, giving that blood damage. But Flatteners prove me wrong again. They're back in it, taking the points up to 35%. Dumpster Fire, I mean, they're just 1 fight away, maybe 2 if they have a little bit of a stall from Flatteners, but it's still in their favor. They got Window, they've got Shatter. If Ted's cousin can land another big Shatter, it's game over, and they take first map.
Yes, it is, but I don't think they know about his positioning, because there goes 1! And that's it. Ghost Sniper is able to take down the entire pharmacy.
Was there any ultimates from Dumpster Fire? No, they're able to cap without any ultimates needed.
No ultimates at all. There goes the one.
Oh,
there goes the one ultimate. Okay.
I guess that counts, yeah.
Ted, you mad, you should have saved that. And as I say that, I'm being proven wrong. You see a ball at Genji, they're barely able to touch, and they're just getting wiped out. The poor things.
Flattener just was not able to get played out there. Now, ball is going to go down. You just have a Tracer to deal with. There's nothing they can do. High Noon's going to be up there. Can't do anything about it. Dumpster Fire will be taking the first map of the series. Oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, just stall it out. Great, thanks.
Just stall it out some more.
I had a great speech, and it was perfect timing. Doesn't work. It's great. No, forget it,
Welcome
Lucio.
to a Dumpster Fire. That's where it's going. Right in there. Oh, man. And here we have Ted's cousin. I mean, was it any doubt that he'd get play here?
No, not at all. I mean, look at this Shatter. He got 3 people down. Fab almost saved his team here, but just wasn't enough with the Nano. Ted's cousin just wipes him out, and it's I think Symmetra tried to get that Lucio at the end.
They both wanted him. They're like, all right, fine, we'll let him go.
I mean, you have to. If you love it, you got to let it go sometimes, right? I mean, that's just how it goes. Great first map of the finals, and that's Chat of Somber done with now. So, because Dumpster Fire won, Flatteners does get map pick, and so with that, we are also going to be having the bounty. So, Wilder map, we're going to be talking about that.
Ooh.
Now, it's been interesting so far. Staff has gotten a bounty once this tournament and has lost it again in record pace. So, would it be surprised if Sailor tries to give him a second chance or just gives up on him? I would too.
I mean, if you're already dead, you shouldn't be coming back to life as another bounty, right? And I'm getting word, it's Kid Maniac.
All right, fair. Good support player, has been doing a lot for his team so far. Almost, I believe, remind me, was Jailbreak the BAP or was that Kid Maniac? Because there's 10 people I have to keep in mind. I believe that was Kid Maniac.
There's so many.
Kid Maniac was the BAP. Yeah, the guy that was almost keeping up the entire team alive. That's the support you want there, and I believe he's going to be able to survive this bounty pretty easily. Now, with that said, it does look like Cockfinders want to go towards Ilios.
Interesting.
Another control map.
Yeah, I mean, you would think you'd want to change it up versus going to another one.
I mean, yeah, I agree. It wasn't, in all honesty, it did have a couple of turnovers here and there, but it wasn't close enough that I would say that a different map would make the difference. Hopefully they prove me wrong, though, but...
I think I know why, actually, now.
Yeah.
So, biggest thing about Ilios, it's very similar to Oasis, right? Where you have a center pit for one map, you have an edge where you can get environmental killed, and then just a regular fighting area with, on the far right or left side, depending on where you come from spawn, another environmental death. So they did extremely well on Oasis. So maybe they're trying to get Ilios here to change things up, to discombobulate the Junkrat, the Reinhardt, in the Sim TP strats that they have on the side of Fire.
Maybe, but I mean, the only problem is that Ilios and Junker kind of mix pretty well, so it's going to be tough for them. We are now going to throw over to the Flatteners team so you can hear all of their juicy comms. Kid Maniac has 90 seconds to survive. If he does, he will get a juicy Steam code. If not, whoever kills him will take it from him. Good luck, Kid Maniac.
Initiate.
I say
Alright, it's time for the bounty. Yo, y'all gonna
Is it
3-0
on
this
glow?
or what? You gonna 3-0 this?
I cannot
Hopefully.
hear.
Oh, okay.
Of course we are. What the fuck?
Good luck.
We're gonna 3-0 with them.
Yeah.
I hope not, because you know this has been a great tournament, so just be sad. But
Okay, we'll throw.
their bounty, don't throw.
Are
Bounty
you
is gonna
low-key
be on
asking us to
Kid
throw, saying-
Maniac. No, I'm saying just
Who was he
you
playing?
know, wink, wink, nudge,
He's
nudge.
support.
Yo,
Okay.
I'm throwing.
Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Love
put me
you.
on ball.
Don't-
Let's go.
Don't throw. Don't throw. Have fun, y'all.
Like,
Okay. What's up, everybody?
Actually,
How's everybody starting? I haven't talked to you guys because you guys been on the other channel all day. What's up, baby? Hey, the bounty is gonna go ahead and be on Kid Maniac, and it is live.
We don't
right
care.
now.
Let's play. Alright, do you have tell me when you have speed. Tell me when you have it.
Bounty fly.
Dive. Alright. Speed. Nice, back on. I'm on drunk. You just fucked me up real bad. Alright, well, you're on dive. That's fine. We'll play different.
Get out.
just do whatever you want. The information you want for right now.
I'm just gonna, since they're not on Ryan, I'm just gonna play like we normally do. I'm just gonna fuck them up.
Kid Maniac, you have been eliminated. Good luck, guys.
It doesn't really matter. It's a W. Not for long.
Time again to try again.
And with that, Ghost Sniper secures the kill onto Kid Maniac. I was I believe we saw a kid trying to kill himself there. I'm not sure how that would work for the sense of the bounty, but I feel like he would lose it to whoever hit him last.
Bro, I mean, you want to try and get that bounty, so it would still go to that person. But look at this fight right now. Ted's cousin is popping.
Yeah, man, this guy is a menace on tank. No matter what you put him on, brawl, dive. Next, I need to see how he does with what used to be double shield. See how he reacts there.
Yeah, but I mean, look at this right now. Dumpster Fire is just trying to hold on, but they can't. Look, Lucio goes down too early.
And he does. Fire is just making a stand. They're creating so much space, but now needs to be capitalized on, which it's not exactly. Instead, the opposite is being said, where Ted Cousin goes in, eliminates the back line, and then kicks out anyone else in their way.
I mean, that nano definitely helps here. He's able to wipe out the rest of the point. Sniper Monkey inbound, trying to get Junker Queen. And I think it's probably going to work out in his favor. Yeah, but it's not too difficult to take on a 3v1 Junker Queen.
Oh, yes. And Junker Queen's a really Wait a minute. Am I right? If I remember, Junker Queen received a nerf, correct?
Right, but it wasn't too big in the grand scheme of things. It was still enough for he can be viable on it. Oh my gosh, Ted's cousin just knocked the far out of the air like she's playing soldier. How does that stuff like happen? It forces the beat out of Flatteners.
Yeah, it does. But with this Flattener, Kid Maniac, they get their double pick. They're making a comeback here. And beat comes on out to keep the team up. But Oink Glow has received its effects. So not what they were looking for there. They do have it to 99. So they've done their job. If they were to give up point here, they only need one more fight to win it.
You do get to overtime, that's good and all, but right now I think that beat might have been a little bit too early. Would have been really good at taking on this fight and get something done with it, but at the same time, their ultimates are all out of whack if they do that. So it works out in both ways. Flatteners do have 3 of their ultimates online. Dumpster Fire has to kind of just stall and poke and try and get their ultimates as fast as possible so they have as many chances at taking this.
They do. The sleep comes out, shuts down the Junker Queen, but doesn't stop the Rampage before it was activated. So they go right on in. Ted's cousin in a lick of trouble, eliminated. But hopefully Ghost Sniper can make the comeback here. And it does not look like that's going to be the case. It's a team kill for the side of Flatteners.
Very aggressive play from the Flatteners, going almost 3 point size away from it in order to try and take this fight to Dumpster Fire, just giving them as many opportunities as possible. I don't think that's what you really want here. Yes, of course, you want to try and initiate these fights, but at the same time, if you give them too much, they're going to take it right from you.
I mean, I feel like that was a return for the solo shatter last match. What do you think?
It's a little bit, but I mean, I don't think this Primal's going to do too much here. You're doing with a 1v5.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, no, I don't think so. Vianzo can climb up walls. You forget?
Wait a minute. No, I could have sworn Ted was... Oh my god. Wow, I was proven wrong there. Kid Maniac does fall on the mystical list. And the Junker Queen, who's going to have to face a tire here, comes right on in. Does eliminate the Junker Queen.
That's what they need right now. As Dumpster Fire are starting to take the point, it's going to be close. Flatteners need anything to try and stay in here, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to.
Saffron just sniped a fair out of the sky with his fire strike. What an amazing play.
And with that, Dumpster Fire takes the first point. I mean, it's looking all Dumpster Fire right now. Flatteners went here, like you said, trying to mimic Oasis. Probably should have just went Oasis if you want to go control map, in my opinion. But hey, you play your game. Right now, Dumpster Fire is just giving everything handed to him right now. I bet that Dumpster Fire would have wanted to go on this map if they had map pick.
Oh yeah. Now, I do want to say, I don't think they were expecting Ted Cousin to be so adept at the dive, especially with the rest of the team. Ghost Sniper, Mysticalist. They adapt so well around him, allowing him to just have free reign of the entire map.
It is interesting to see it, but now I'm looking over towards these team comps. And look at this, Mysticalist is back on the Cassidy. If In case you weren't watching the last couple of matches, the Cassidy has been the game changer in these couple matches. If your Cassidy doesn't miss, it's game over. There's nothing that the other team can do. So right now, Dumpster Fire just has to go all in on that, but what a
you
shot.
might have just cursed them there.
A little bit, just a little bit.
It's alright. After all, we got... Never mind, I was about to say something about the DPS too and Ted, but you know what? Flatteners just going to shut me down there. Taking out both DPS.
It's kind of crazy seeing Flattener hit 2 headshots on both of those DPS players. If he can keep hitting those shots this entire match, it's going to be alright for him, but I don't see it for Flatteners. It has been very hit or miss here. They just have to keep it up for the next couple fights.
They do. And you know what? Looking at this, I'm surprised Ted is using the Doomfist. There's high damage potential there, but I feel like the Winston would have been the better play.
Right, but look at this. Dumpster Fire is able to overturn the point without Flatteners really contesting this at all, and now everyone's going to go down on Flattener's side.
That they are. I mean, I want to attribute that greatly to Ghost Sniper there. Just getting the kills, and as we just saw, Ted sniped Saftron again.
Doomfist is still a DPS, right? I mean, I think that's what we're seeing here from
I
Ted's
feel like Doom's still a DPS and that he really should not be a tank.
No, not at all, but Ted is going to initiate a punch of staff in the air!
This man has no care for his life. He sees a bird and is like, look! Get it!
It's mine! I want it! Mercy does go down, leaves stabs open in, just trying to find something, trying to get the Zen, but Zen is super powerful right now, so you want to be careful. Flattener kind of being stuck in a rock in a hard place, while they're trying to find some footing in this fight, but they can't do anything. Ted's cousin's trying to do something, but the barrage just gets the Transcendence out, and no luck for the Flatteners.
Now, I do want to point out, like, Ted here has been able to use his abilities that animation cancel, which I find personally very impressive. Usually you see actions have to be followed through the entire time.
Yeah, Ted's cousin's not someone to sleep on. He's been really working hard on this game, and it shows with these kinds of fights.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay, that's only... Turn it back a little bit, Ted.
Like, he does not want to get out of there!
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna keep going and gets an Nano, but it's gonna go down.
Oh! Got the better of him.
Just a little bit, but Ghost Sniper's back in it. With that being said, listen there, that's the timer going down, 10% left. They're gonna have someone to touch in order to cap this, but because it's gonna be capped with about 97%, it's not enough for overtime. Oh wait, okay, they're gonna wait for it, smart. If they waited until before 97, 98, then it wouldn't go into overtime once Dumpster Fire would take it over. So now they got a little bit of insurance if anything goes wrong.
They will. Now Ted's already taken the high ground above the point, leaving the rest of his team. Hainu coming on out, finds no one, but Saffron does fall. Fire takes out Will, and yet Sniper comes back out. And great rampage to get towards point, but flashbang, I'd rather call grenade now, shutting him down.
Yeah, that sticking grenade nailed him, and that's going to be it. Dumpster Fire will take map 2 in this best of 5 series. They are on match point without a map pick. It goes back to Flatteners.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be a shout out. I hope not. I mean, we want to see some more Overwatch, but Dumpster Fire is on fire.
Oh, wait a minute. But Flattener with the play of the game. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting this.
Well, we need to see
but
it.
This makes sense. Oh my goodness. The first. Oh, let's see the second. And clean. That's what you put in a montage right there. That is beautiful.
Yeah, you'll probably see it in the next podcast. We'll see. We'll see what gets picked.
Next broadcast.
There's been a lot of amazing plays. I think there's one match that had at least 10, if I was counting. It's kind of insane trying to watch these players figure out what they want to do. Some of them we were mentioning that they didn't even have an account, and so they had to ask for friends to get access to this new beta. But now, like we said, it goes back to Flatteners. They need to decide where they want to go for hopefully not the last time. It will be the last time they get the map pick, but hopefully it's not the last map of the series.
Yep. And they are going with Oasis. Oh, no.
Why? What?
So I feel like they're literally going off of comfort picks here, but I truly believe that's going to be their greatest downfall. They haven't tried a variety of payload, hybrid, or any of the such. Heck, I would love to go back to New York. Take us back to New York Station, man. I feel like they might have a better time there. Am I wrong in thinking so?
No, you're not wrong. Even Ted's is talking about, can we get off control? I mean, it's not working for you right now. You gotta switch to something else. If you want to keep doing this, that's fine. We'll take the free Steam codes. It's all right.
I mean,
at this point, yeah.
They're in for their scheduled flattener, but I do see that there is Jailbreak and Deathfire are going to swap positions.
Yeah, they've been swapping off a lot this tournament. I was talking to them before the match, and they say they've been practicing with the tanks. They know they both are great tank players, and they'll swap off when needed. And I think this is now the time where you need a tank, a different tank here.
Oh yeah, and I just remember seeing that Fire has been mostly on the Junker Queen, and I haven't really seen them off of that compared to Jailbreak, who's been on the Sigma, the Winston, and has been able to hold it very well. So maybe this might be the difference factor they need in order to win the entire series.
All right, well, it is match point here. If Dumpster Fire wins on Oasis, they only need 2 rounds. If they win it, that's it. Everything's over. The fat lady will sing, and the game goes over to Dumpster Fire. Wouldn't be surprising here. I mean, honestly, Flatteners, I don't know why you would keep going to these control maps. You got to switch it up when it's not working, and I don't think they've won a round yet.
Ooh, and out of all the maps to start here, personally, I hate the city one.
Really?
I find it's way too open. Now, given this is biased from a tank player, yes, I know, with the high ground control, but like I said, it's so open that you cannot keep the action condensed on towards the point like you can with the other parts of the map.
Right, but that's why you start going on to Winston and trying to deal with that high ground. But I don't think that's what these teams are going to be going for. Look at this. They're starting to go off on a Sigma Doomfist composition. Interesting play on both sides. I do see Stafftron debating the Torbjorn. I'll be shocked if he sticks to that. He did for Junkertown, and it worked out in his favor. I mean, at this point, throw out what works and see what sticks. That's what we have to do here.
When it hits the fan, you either in front of it or you step to the side.
Exactly. Now, it does seem like he is ticking towards that Torb. Ted's cousin taking a little bit of a head start onto the high ground. Smart plays here. You want to try and take as much room as possible, but it does look like Dumpster Fire get a little bit of early damage here, while Flatteners don't really know where to go.
No, they do not quite yet. But we do see that Dumpster Fire has a controlled hold on the high ground. And as I say that, Mysticalist is the first to fall, along with Ted's cousin. It seems that we are now seeing the Flatteners shine. They have positioned themselves in such a way to keep their enemies at bay.
You saw that, right? That got caught on camera?
I hope so, because
jumping
what I
Sterling
saw...
got sniped by Junk. Like, that just, okay.
There's a reason why he's a ghost sniper, because he comes out of thin air and hits you when you least expect it.
Alright, well, now we do see Ted's cousin jumping in. Gets a low health, but is able to stay alive just a little bit longer, but not long enough.
Whoa!
Gets 2 kills with his death, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine right now. Flatteners just need to try and stay alive here. Dumpster Fire doesn't really have a lot. They can't take a lot of room, but it's going to be close here.
That is. I mean, right now, we're already up to 40%. They need to get more picks in order to start turning this point. And they're doing just that. Now we got Ted's cousin making the picks. They've separated the healers from the Sigma, so Jailbreak's in deep trouble.
I mean, Zenyatta just completely demolished Ted's cousin. Him being purpled and Discord does so much damage now, and it's almost impossible to avoid that. You gotta just try and play a little bit farther away so it's not as an easy kill for Zenyatta. Now, Dumpster Fire, they do cap the point. They're able to have a couple of ultimates ready and running, but Flatteners right back at you. They have the Nano, and I believe if Flattener can have a great overclock Nano, it's all in their favor.
Yes, and in comes the tire. It is on its way. Will it find everyone? Ooh. It finds fire and it pushes Kid into traffic.
I don't think he pushed him in. I think he died before it went off. He ran into traffic trying to avoid the tire.
That he did. And as we see here, Sig, it's not long for this world. Poor man.
Yeah, Sig's really tough to play on this map if you don't take that high ground. It's really difficult to push here. So even though you have that ultimate, you gotta consider, do we just waste the ultimate? Oh my god, Ghost Sniper again! He's been just doing constant damage this entire match, and it's not going to stop here. Dumpster Fire looking like they're gonna sail right into match game.
They are now. Biggest thing here is going to be utilization of the ults. Both sides have many online. It's all about how they're going to get the value out of them. Doomfist comes down from above, and they get a... Oh, no. Oh, Ted.
They canceled it. They canceled Sig's ult. That's huge right now. Flatteners have to fall back and regroup after this. Jailbreak has to switch off of something. I mean, they're just going to be staggering right now. And with 20%, you can't really afford that as Flattener goes down.
That he does. Oh man, it's now the 90%, and they are keeping them at bay. Someone's gonna have to touch. Maybe it's gonna be Sig. Oh, he doesn't see the trap. He doesn't see the trap.
Oh, just barely. He got so lucky, and he's able to touch it.
Oh my!
I don't know if it's not gonna be enough though. The overclock does come out, gets a kill. Oh, sorry, 2 for that. But Ted's cousin's right on top of Sig, and with no one to help it, it's gonna be a hard fight.
Yeah, but actually, this is just enough to allow the team to start trickling back towards the point, and they turn it!
I mean, that's huge. They overturn it, and now they're able to stall it out just a little bit longer, get some percentage, and they're actually going to turn the entire fight with them.
They are.
How was that able to happen? I mean, Kid Maniac was on point, so they weren't able to get the speed boost. I guess just the time limit of those deaths just worked out in their favor, and Dumpster Fire just got the worst end of that. Now they have to regroup here, but Edge Dog goes down.
Yeah, having one of your supports already down with the clock ticking up towards the end, that is not what you want. You're in last fight territory here. It's now or never. So we're gonna see how it is gonna be that Dumpster Fire executes this fight here.
Ted's cousin does fly in just to try and touch. It does look like that he's starting to be in the backline. He needs to get up there and try and help his Lucio trying to take the space. Just kind of filling each other out here right now. Sig pushing in on the left side, trying to get something. Oh, but does get a great rock on to Ted's cousin and works out. Missilitz goes down. Tire comes up on the top side. If he can find Sig, it will be big. Oh, come on, Flying Tire for the win. Oh, goes away, but finds his end.
Alright, that's value. That's one less thing of damage to have to deal with. However, there's still so much sustain here. But that might come down to the wire thanks to the Moira ultimate Coalescence.
He throws out a little bit too late, and because of that, it only goes to Kid Maniac, and all of Flatteners goes down. Dumpster Fire take the first point.
Whoa, it's close. This entire match so far has been neck and neck. Yes, it's been the entire side for Dumpster Fire. Yet this fight alone just shows how desperately each side wants to win.
It's going to be really rough here. I mean, Dumpster Fire has had a lot of great ultimates. A little bit of interesting play in the second to last fight where they just weren't able to, kill a Sig Lucio. That's happened sometimes. Sometimes you just, forget how to aim and forget how to deal damage. It just doesn't work out. But now Flatteners, they have a little bit of hope, even though they weren't able to turn that. If they can just keep up that just a little bit span of luck, a little bit span of skill, they can keep in this match. It's do or die right now. If they lose it, it's all to Dumpster Fire.
That it is. Now we look on how this is going to go now. Starting out with a ball for the play. I'm not sure about this.
No, I mean, it is one of the better tanks in the game, but it's just going to be on how well they can do here. He does not come down, but it's too late. Ghost Sniper takes out 2.
See, what we're seeing is an exact replica of the very first match of this final series here, where they just use their brawl and high damage out Oh, so close to getting the ball. In order to engage the fight with Symmetra.
Right. I mean, that's kind of what you have to go for here. I mean, Mysticalist is really proving that that's the Symmetra burn.
Are you having a good time,
working
Jared?
out in his favor. I got it.
You got it. And Eggdog. Oh, man. Oh, and the pin to finish it up. Ted's cousin, Eggdog, Mystilix. You can point out any one person on this team, and every single one individually are doing phenomenal this series.
Yeah, they are earning their Steam codes tonight. I will say so myself. But it does look like now, third fight, Ultimate's starting to get online. All on Dumpster Fire, nothing on the Flatteners. So it's going to be really rough for him to do this.
It was only one person, but you felt that shatter in your bones.
I mean, Ted's cousin's been doing that a lot.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting away unpunished quite a bit.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you gotta need right now. I think that's what that Sombra is for. Try and punish Orion just a little bit more, but it's just not working out just yet. We did see Flatteners. I think they're gonna go for a little bit of a stall here, but again, you have no one to really work for. They're not gonna divert too much attention. It's gonna be all for naught.
Yep. I think biggest thing here is going to be voting up that EMP because EMP now does damage.
Right.
That's going to be a huge factor in turning these points.
Exactly, but look at this. Window pops off, shield on both sides, but a counter winner up top trying to deal with him. Lamp goes down for Irate, and that's going to be the end of him.
No.
Now Dumpster Fire. This is the last fight territory. If they win this, it's game over. Kid Maniac forces out Transcendent just to try and take the fight here, but Jailbreak can't get on. Someone needs to touch her, or else it's game over. I don't think it's going to be it. That is it. Dumpster Fire. Just barely touch it.
Interruption, don't they?
Yeah, I know, right? They're so close here. Laying it right down to the wire, but I don't think it's going to be enough here. Sapphire and Umbrellas on EMP can't find anything for him. Dumpster Fire takes it 3-0. They are your winners for OC27.
In the face of opposition, against all odds, the strong stand true.
Oh, man, I mean...
Here we go. Sorry, sharpshooter. Seems appropriate for a Junkrat player, wouldn't you say?
I have to. I mean, I think Ghost Sniper is up there for MVP candidate, if not anyone else. Oh! Beautiful. We love to see it from Ghost Sniper. Great plays all around, but Dumpster Fire takes it.
Yes, they do. Oh, my lord. Yes. Wow.
No, like we were just saying, we do have the MVP vote. It will be popping up on the cyber screen in just a little bit. But man, I mean, what a tournament so far. Dumpster Fire taking it 3-0 right at the end there. A little bit of a rough start at the beginning. Take it 2-1 against Havana Incident. Then Spawn Inspectors comes up. They shoot them right back down. And then Cockflatteners come up and they get flattened just like so. Team Dumpster Fire has been on fire this entire tournament.
That they have. And you know something else? They even mentioned during the draft yesterday that there was no chance they were going to make it through this. They believed they were going to go down the very first match.
Yeah, I mean, they did kind of joke around with that, but I think that was just kind of all for naught and just get them a little bit hyped up, make sure that they know what they're doing and that they can do it. I guarantee you they are going hype out in the chat right now. Now, we are going to get to a short break. And when we come back, we're going to be with the MVP and the lowest SR of the tournament. Stay with us. Got a little bit more coming for you.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Luke still go off to the side while casting was for the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there. Or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC here go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
And as we were speaking of it, Argo here, the Sojourn main, coming on out with the play of the game. Taking a look, seeing how they just build up their railgun, not even needing the ult yet. Every time.
Wow, that is actually some really nutty Sojourn gameplay. I'm excited to continue watching Argo's.
Watch it end with a C9.
I mean, it's not entirely a C9.
Not entirely, but I saw Lucio go off to the side while casting was towards the cards.
That's dreadfully unlucky, and that is lucky right there, or that's just sheer skill. Beating Ninja is. OC here go. We're in match point territory now.
Absolutely. And one thing to really note too, going into this, is we were talking behind the scenes, and both of these teams are our favorites to go on into the championship and even take it. So we're getting a heavy bout clash early on, as you just see Lord just cleaning up the floor with that Genji. A great blade there.
Welcome back to Organized Chaos number 27. We had we had a super awesome tournament this tonight. It was absolutely crazy. Dumpster Fire take it 3-0 right at the end. It was close all the way up to here, but Dumpster Fire just wanted to get over with, I guess. We do have the MVP votes up on your screen now, so if you want to check it out, your candidates, your MVP candidates today are Silmanomi. You take it.
By all means, I shall. We have the following: Head Cousin, Ghost Sniper, Amuse, Sweaty, Op, also known as Eggdog, and Saftron. Whole list of very qualified candidates, I must say.
Yep, they are all very qualified for getting that MVP role here today. I mean, it's Ted's Cousin had amazing shatters throughout the tournament. Ghost Sniper playing hit scan as Junkrat. Amuse being all around a good support for his team. Sweaty, I don't know if you saw the first match on Channel 2, but he was popping off on Sojourn, knocking out to multiple ultimates as him. Op, I mean, is Op what's left to say about Op? And then Saftron playing greatly as a hit scan on his team.
As well as a flex player, I must add.
Right.
They went back from hit scan to projectiles and just English is my first language. I swear I was taught English, but I just can't speak. They really flexed for their own team as they needed to, and that's what got them to get as far as they were.
Right, but if it were me, I would say it's probably going to either Ghost Sniper or Ted's Cousin. You had to
I'd have to agree with you.
Tank was all there trying to get you that space that you need, and then Ghost Sniper was there getting the picks that were needed for that win. When Flatteners didn't really expect it, which is a big thing in Overwatch.
Yeah, and again, I would have to get one of them in the chat here with us to ask what was the mindset behind having King the Hill over and over.
I mean, it wasn't their fault though. That's the thing. It's an
Yeah.
interesting chance for Flatteners, but I don't know why they would try and take it to King of the Hill over and over and over again. It's kind of sad, honestly. We want to see these guys pop off on good players, but I just don't think they were going to their strong suits.
Yeah, but maybe that could also be due to a war of attrition where they might have been worn out and they were trying to, as I mentioned earlier, go for comfort pick maps where they're extremely familiar with them and they don't have to watch out for certain angles like they do on other maps.
Right. I mean, it's very tough for these players to try and do stuff like this at such short notice. You know, these players, some of them only met today, so it's really difficult to try and find that kind of synergy that you need for this kind of comp. Oh, it does sound like that Ted's cousin is in the lead for it. So get your votes in, make your voices heard, decide who you want to be the MVP of the night.
Yeah, because they're going to be showing up on the Discord here for this post-match interview. And many people do want to get in on this. It's great bragging rights to have to say, yes, we won. Yes, we took you to town and dinner was served.
Right. I mean, it's kind of insane when you think about how these players have been trying to adapt to these. I mean, we mentioned it with Ted's cousin, able to play so many different tank players and still pop off when needed. That's what you kind of need here, and Ted's cousin's proven it.
Yep. I mean, heck, I faced him myself probably only once, but he was a very, very difficult person to play against. I felt like I found a really even match when I did. Just from there.
Yeah, he is a tough player to try and counter, and I just don't think Flatteners were able to find it in time, if at all. Even, I mean,
I'm not sure they did find a counter for him.
Yeah, I mean, they did have some moments here and there. Zen was able to like destroy him here, but it does look like, oh no. So Ted's cousin, Ghost Sniper, and Amuse are all tied in first place. Do we have anything in place for a tie? I don't think we ever had that. Oh.
So
Just 3
we are
MVPs.
going to have 3 MVPs.
That works.
Wow.
We'll make. It's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter interview for all of them, but that works out. We have 3 MVPs: Ted's cousin, Ghost Sniper, and Amuse. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Well, maybe many more winners to come.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah. So let's get them on in here. We don't need to go to break. We've got it now. Ted's cousin. Let's find him.
There he is. He's right here.
There's Amuse. I see Amuse. I'll get him in here. Boom. Amuse.
Hello.
So
Oh,
congratulations, all 3 of you. You are all joint MVP.
Dope.
So wait, was it a 3-way tie?
3-way tie. Not
Yes,
even
it
kidding.
was.
3-way tie?
We're not joking.
Dang.
Yes, you are all MVPs. That is the only reason why you are here.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, did you guys vote? I mean,
I voted for myself proudly.
smart.
I voted
There
for
you go.
Ghost.
I voted for
Oh.
myself too.
Ted's, you,
Wow.
Ted, you could have
Wow.
had it.
Ted
You could have had
definitely
it.
could have won this.
Wow.
Ted definitely could have won this.
Ted's too nice. Yep. So we're not gonna do the full 4 that we usually do. So we're just gonna ask one question to all of them. I'm gonna start with Ghost Sniper because that's the top of the list here. So how are you able to play Junkrat as a hit scout? Is the first.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I just lob stuff in the air, and I just kind of get lucky. That's genuinely it.
You just see the map calculations and like, there he is.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is, and I'm okay with it.
Fair enough. But we do also have Miscalist in here. Lowest SR determined. Miscalist, how are you doing?
Doing good.
That's
Yeah,
great.
good to hear.
Summonomi, you take this question for him.
Alrighty, for you, Miscalus. Given that, like, I mean, this isn't just like any other player pool. This was a huge, high-stacked elo. How did you feel going into this? Like, were you nervous? Did you feel confident? Like, what was going on inside your head?
I mean, I wasn't too confident because you never know what's gonna happen in these kind of events.
Sure.
But I knew
I knew some of the people on my team, and they knew each other, so I figured that we had a pretty good shot of going through the end.
That's great to hear. I'm going to send it right back over to you, Portal, for the next question.
All right, Ted's cousin, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's great. So now,
That's good.
best thing I want to ask is, if you had map pick, because you weren't able to get it tonight, where would you have gone, and why is it not Control?
Well, it's not Control because I don't know why Control was picked. We won 2 Control maps in a row. I don't know if the idea was just like end it as fast as possible. But that's kind of, I don't know what it is. We probably won at King's Row. We've been running Brawl the entire time.
Kings.
I think everyone would have liked to see King's Row too. But
It is on the
yeah,
bingo card, yeah.
we would have won King's Row.
I want the old Kings Row. Give me that one.
It's all right. I mean,
or the Christmas one, you know.
Christmas is all right. Yeah.
No, I hate. Hey, listen, for Ride Shadows, that's a bad map.
I mean, that is true. There's
What
a
do
lot
you
of-
mean? It's festive.
Yeah, but there's a lot of unused, like useless poles that just get in the way and block it.
Just don't shatter
Snow
a pole.
piles.
Yeah, snow piles too. Yes, yes, you got right.
Just don't shatter a snow pile.
Well, okay, don't shatter then, Somanomi. Okay, that's a great way
What
to
do you
fix
mean?
it.
You
Yeah.
just shatter their heads.
No. So we
Okay.
take out a muse for me.
All right, fine. Amuse.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
Great. How about you?
It's good to hear. Now, my question for you, and the last question of tonight.
Yep.
Having been able to go through this OC, is there something that you wish you could have done better that you've learned out of this OC, or think that could have been improved overall?
I'm gonna be 100% with honest with you. Like, as the top 100 on my team, I did a great job of rallying my team. Like, unironically, I messaged my captain the day before. We got practicing, we got scrims. We were hella confident going into this. All right, we were so confident, right? And we were doing pretty good for a while. We had comps that we liked. We had multiple comps we were comfortable on. And I think at the end of the day, it just came down to who had more experience at the end of the day. And I think Ted Cousins' team ultimately had like a lot more, better aim, better game sense in general. So
Now, of course, the last thing, do you have anything else to say? Shout outs, plug your Twitter, say hi to mom. Yeah.
I do want to say one thing about the Ilios picks. So we know that Dumpster Fire was a Brawl heavy team, right? And so we were like, okay, well, we know that they're a Brawl heavy team, and we picked Ilios, which actually forced them off the Brawl. It actually worked. But they just, at the end of the day, aim, game sense, it came back and they still won.
Gotcha.
Because like push, hybrid, whatever, you should be able to win it if you're a good team. I don't think, us going push or Oasis really, determines if we're better or not. I think we should be able to win Oasis if we're better. I think we should be able to win Ilios if we're better.
I just have to say 2 things real quick. First, shout out to Op for keeping me alive. Second, I think you're gonna have to give me 2 trophies in my name for the 2-time.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not sure about that. You have to make the
next time
Hall
you
of
do
Fame
spreadsheet,
first.
we'll talk. Okay, there you go.
All right.
Righty. So if you have socials, feel free to shout them out here. Let's go one at a time, starting with Ghost.
You can go follow my Twitch. It's GhostSniper1351. I don't stream much, but I'm gonna get back into it because I have a constant job now.
Nice. Living that big life.
Yeah, bro.
I got a YouTube channel called Mystical.
Ooh,
Nice,
Mysticalist
nice.
YouTube channel. Better check that out. Sounds magical.
Ted?
Pretty much Ted's cousin and everything. Twitch and Twitter mainly.
Nice. And then finally, last but not least, Amuse.
I don't have any YouTube channels, and I went by Eerie Deathfire in the game, but my name's Amuse, and like always, I'll be on the ranked ladder dominating. So join me there. I'd love to have you in my games. Free SR any day.
Free SR any day.
Yep. Well, thank you all. You guys can leave. Go back to where you came from. Do whatever you want now. It's fair game. We did OC in less than 3 hours.
Yeah,
One
surprisingly.
of our faster OCs with 8 teams, which is a shocker. Thank you for
wow.
everyone for your cooperation. We appreciate every single one of you. Captains, you have a nice
GG's,
night.
guys. GG's.
You too, GG all.
Now,
GG.
so we got a little bit of a fun thing here. So even though Overwatch is going to be going down on the 18th, we won't be having. Oh, sorry, just Overwatch 2. We may go back to Overwatch 1, but we have a little bit of surprises going in for the next OC. So stay with us. I'm not going to tell you exactly what, but it's going to be interesting. It'll be fun. We'll have a lot of fun games there. We will have the podcast over on Tuesday, and as well, we'll have what was that? Someone I believe you got that.
I believe so. Last was heard that we do have podcasts on Tuesday, so do tune into that. Those are always fun, and I believe we do have things on Saturday as well. I'm not sure if it was the podcast.
Yeah, it was the community night.
Community night. Yes, that's
Yeah, we
right.
just
Those
play
are always
Overwatch.
fun to play.
Play Overwatch. Sometimes we do different games if that's wanted by the crowd. So yeah, make your voices heard, and we'll have a nice, fun little community night with everyone. It's great times. And
Most definitely.
with that, I believe that is it. If we covered all of our bases, got all of our money, okay, yeah, looks like we're good. So thank you all for watching. I am Portalman. You can find me at Portalman5 on Twitter and at Portalman TV on Twitch. See me checking out all stuff, doing things here and that. So Minomi, where can we find you?
Oh, same place. You can find me on Twitter at Real Saminami. You can find me on Twitch, Saminami. You can find me on YouTube, Saminami. It doesn't really change that much. It's the same name. It's just Sami and Nami.
Yeah, mine's too basic. It gets taken early. But thank you, everyone, for watching. We hope to see you in the next coming weeks for the next OC. Oh, and of course, plug your Twitches, see which ones we want to raid. If you have someone that we want us to raid, I think we had upwards of 50 viewers here, which is amazing. We appreciate all of you here. I hope all of you have a good night and take care.
Have a good one, folks.